Hey guys, there's nobody in here, but like I said before, when you start a live and someone watches it later, if it's just dead space, dead air, then it's kind of annoying. So I'll just talk till someone's here. And I'm not sure if I'm really gonna get many people at all because I don't go live very often. It's a bad time of the day. And there's a couple other reasons, but I might mention them a little bit later in the live, but at the moment I'm not gonna start out with drama or anything like that. So I'm just gonna say for now the reasons. Hey Victor, good to see you. I saw you in another chat like recently. I'm so glad Victor's around still. How have you been? How are you liking the weather in Jersey? And thanks for being my first person to come in. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. You're one of my OGs. I'm sorry for the dark profile picture. I only have a couple like pictures in my phone, and for some reason, and this is a newer phone, for some reason it came out dark. But you got to change up your picture sometime. You're looking, yeah. I would love to have a vacation. Where would you want to go if you were going to go on a vacation? I would think for me, I know it's just so cliche, but definitely Hawaii. I would want to go to Hawaii. Um, Like, I don't like the places like Cancun or like just like all the where everybody goes. I mean, everybody goes to Hawaii, but that's just because Hawaii's so awesome. But I would even take just like a vacation just somewhere like a state away or two states away, like somewhere in Pennsylvania, like up in a cabin or something. That would be really cool. It's just hard with dogs, with pets, getting people to either putting them in the kennel. Yeah, an island view warm. Yeah, exactly. Because it's weird, isn't it, Victor? Our weather, it's like it's kind of okay days, like 40s, and then it drops down to the 30s, but it feels like 20 with the wind chill. And we pretty much have like um temperate weather in New Jersey. It's not usually that cold. We don't usually, so I'm a baby when it comes to cold. Definitely. The other day, um, I think it was like 32 and it said it was like 20 with the wind chill. And my friend Fred and I were like, it's freezing. And then there's people that have like negative degrees and like I forget what countries. There's a couple countries and they have to leave their I forget the names, but they actually have to leave their cars running at all times or the oil I think freezes up. Some just have to cover their cars to keep them like warmer, like with like these blanket things. But there's one country where they literally can't ever turn their car off or it won't turn back on. And that's just normal to them. They're just like, yeah, that's like what we have. I was gonna play a video of there's a girl named Tiffany and I'm gonna play her video. I happened this morning to come across it and she was speaking up to stand up for a girl who's going through um uh prior drug addiction and then also now um getting clean and it was stated exactly what I've been thinking and trying to explain, but she did it so perfectly. So I wanted to play it, but you don't really know those people, Victor. I don't think you know Sharon V or Tiffany H. I don't know what her last name is, but she's just Tiffany H. And so I'll wait to play that till if there's more people come in. If no one comes in, I'll just chat with you for a little while. Um, but but there's a lot of hypocrisy going on in our community right now. There's like probably like 10 channels. I'll just throw out 10 because I don't know. There's probably like 10 channels, and there's been a lot that's been going on lately amongst all the channels. And Tiffany just worded it so well and kindly, like as to just looking at to hopefully help people look at it from a different perspective. Um, and like I said, you don't know, like it would just be drama to you because you don't know those channels and you probably would just be bored out of your mind listening. But let me see what else I can talk about. If I'm not going to play that yet. Um, well, another very interesting topic I can talk about are my chickens. My chickens are laying their eggs, tons of eggs. I have to go collect them because I didn't, I was sick, I won't go into it, but I was sick and I was gone for just a little bit, like maybe 3 days. I had to get, fluids, so I guess I am gonna go into it because I can't not it doesn't make sense if I don't tell you. But I had to get fluids, for my blood pressure because it's really low, and so I didn't collect them, and I think there's, like, literally, like, 80 eggs out there. I could do a video, or there might be over 100 now. But we still have the little chicken stand, like the little road stand for selling the eggs, and so I just have to wash them up and then put them out there. Um, in the summertime, we have a little fridge that goes out there, and then with the fridge, because once you wash the chicken eggs, you then they have a shelf life. That's why eggs are always refrigerated, but people don't realize that if you don't wash your eggs, if they're like farm eggs, you can just leave them out on the counter for I think 1 or 2 months. I can't remember exactly. I don't do it because I just think that's kind of gross, but they have a coating on them that protects them from bacteria going into the egg. So you, but once you've washed that protective like coating, which you have to wash your eggs because like most eggs you have to wash because like there's chicken crap on them. So, hey, Sacred Heart, how are you? BMMB, good to see. I don't remember you, but good. Thank you for coming in. How are? Hey, Diana, a new avatar picture. Did you see mine? I don't. It's so small I can't see it. Just like mine's probably too small to see it. You'll be a bit distracted because care workers here. Okay, but you're here. That's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was gonna play, Victor was my first guy in here, and I was gonna play Tiffany H's video. I happened to when I clicked on YouTube, I wasn't even subscribed to her. I didn't know, but it popped up as recommended, and I watched it, and I was like really touched by it. That it was exactly she's what's the word? She's very in the middle, so very. She's trying to be very um there's a word, I'll think of it later. But basically in the middle, like not either side, like but trying to explain to people about trying to help people who are going through addiction and recovery, and to not just jump on the bandwagon of criticizing someone, you know, while they're trying to get clean. And she said exactly what I told Victor earlier. She said exactly what has been like on my mind and why, you know, I've been supporting her. And I know there are other channels that don't like her, and they're probably upset that they see me in her, you know, comment section, because they dislike her so much. But I don't care. I still feel like she should be supported, and um, until like I'm proven wrong that she's not actually doing it, I'm gonna trust her. Like I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt that she truly is, you know, instead of criticizing every little thing about her because I don't like her or something like that. Because, well, I do like her. I've always liked her, even when you know we fought, or if I felt she was really mean to me. I still liked her as a person because I saw the good qualities in her. I did like her. Um, but I like I said, I feel like this video, I guess I could play it now. There's enough people listening. I can. Snoopy is cold. Who's Snoopy? Am I supposed to know who Snoopy is? Snoopy. All right, so I'm gonna put it. So I'm not even gonna say that whole like this is not my video. Um, I think Tiff's actually mad at me because I was in Mary's like a month ago, and some troll or somebody was trying to tell me, maybe it wasn't a troll. I don't know who it was. Somebody was trying to tell me something about Tiffany, and sounded like, and it was gossip, and it sounded like something that I didn't like uh I knew nothing about, and it sounded like kind of bad about her. So I was just like, oh, okay, all right. I just like I didn't agree with her like I agreed. I just was just kind of like just acknowledging that I saw the comment. And I think Tiffany thought that I was actually like agreeing with the comments, and you know, something like that, because I think she went off on me a little bit in Swiss's live about it. But in no way did I like, I knew it was what it was. It was just like someone trying to like talk about something and shit stir a little bit and start a problem. And I was just like, oh, okay, all right, whatever. Hey, John, how are you? I've seen you before, I think. I'm gonna play a video. Like I said, there's been like a lot going on in our community, and there's a girl named Sharon, which most people know who are listening right now. Sharon V that went to detox and rehab, and then wasn't able to stay the whole time. And there's a lot of controversy as to whether she even went or whether she's taking her medication or anything like that. And this girl Tiffany H made a video discussing like her view, and it was exactly my view. And this is how I viewed the girls and view the girls and guys that we helped in Camden. I didn't look at them with their faults or past faults. I looked at them more from a humane aspect, which is how Tiffany is doing. And I'm like really proud of Tiffany. I put in the comment under there because I didn't know her very well, Tiffany H. Before because I was gone when I came back. Okay, you want up? When I came back, she was already then she left because she had to take a break. So we never really bonded or got to know each other, but I did get to see enough of her to realize that she had made some huge changes now, like listening to this video compared to when she left. And I think that that's what happens when you get like harassed and made fun of and hurt. You react, and that's what I think Tiffany had started doing, and was becoming someone different than who she really is inside. Because this video is like really really great video, and she really um that's what it can do to people. Oh, you can't keep up Sacred Heart? Don't even try, yeah. I will put it on 2 times the speed, Sacred Heart, and I'll just, like, fly through it, and then I pick up real quick, like, I'll hear little things they say, and I'll be like, "Oh, okay." So I can put it together, plus it's been I don't know how long have you been in the community, Sacred Heart? I've been in it, like, 4 years, so I've watched it go, like, the revolving door, like, so many times of, like, friendships and backstabbing and trying to get other people's subs and get more people in your chats and the same stuff. So I know the games that have been played, and the same games are played again and again. So I just like can tell like who they're attacking and why they're attacking them, what the purpose to attacking them is. There's always a purpose usually behind just to get more subs and views, to be a bigger quote unquote channel than another, and like, well, I have this many people, I have 70, but you have not, you have 90. Like, it's really, really ridiculous in your chats. And I'll never have a lot probably because I'm not sure if I'm going to be coming on regularly, and because I have to figure out what topics I'd want to really discuss on my live, something that's interesting. I really don't want to go into true crime or anything like that, and I don't want to do the narcissist stuff that everyone talks about. Everybody can just Google what a narcissist is. So I think that's gotten a little bit played out a little bit. So it'd have to be something unique, and I'm not sure I can think of anything. And also, I go live during the day at times like that only people that have off that day or don't work or can actually come in and listen. So um anyway, but thank you for the people that have stopped in and said hi to me. I appreciate it. um all right, so let me see. It might start so I'm using this obviously I don't know the phrase, but or the phrase, but I'm using this for educational purposes, and I will try to change the speed. I think she talks pretty slow. I don't think she's a fast talker like me. So and I don't think she'd strike me anyway, but yeah, because I'm trying to give her a shout out, Tiffany H. It's called Who Will Join Me in Seeing the Beauty Inside All of the Madness in Ourselves and in Others. It'll be about, well, let's see if I can speed it up pretty fast. 1 second.
Do it a million freaking times. And I'm so pissed at whoever gave me a freaking strike.
Okay, and I want you guys to tell me if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, then I can't do it at all. Because I have to play it from my computer because I can't share on my phone. I can't use a share screen on my phone. So you guys have to tell me if you can even hear it. I think the volume is maxed out. All right, so let me see if I can speed it up. Let's see, change the speed. And then if let me know if it's too fast and if you can't hear it. That would be you, Diana. So she's
Beautiful. Yes, I'm holding that grudge.
okay, so she's talking about Sharon B. Sharon B, like I said, is the one that just came out of everybody knows, I think, who she is, obviously. She just came out of rehab. In my opinion, she did.
Anyways, so I have something to say, and many of you are not going to like it. Okay. First of all, I, as you guys know, I'm recovering heroin addict, and regardless of what any of you think, what is happening with Sharon and her new sobriety is wrong, and it's sad. I don't really understand how anybody can judge when we have all made terrible mistakes, and whether our mistakes were to our own body and mind.
Okay, I want to stop that real quick right there. I've had a couple girls, women, whatever, women, girls, it's all the same to me. But I hear people don't like the word girls. Women state that I think I'm perfect, or I do not in any way think I am at all. I am so not perfect. And something about my personality may rub them the wrong way, and they may think that I think that. So when she's talking about this, she's basically saying we've all made mistakes and we've all done wrong things. And so basically, who are we to be pointing fingers at each other? We can call discrepancies out sometimes if it's like something really bad and say like this is really wrong. This shouldn't have been done. There's a couple of cases of which I've done two cases in which I've said something about that involve children that I said something about. But in general, like I try not to like, ever just simply just attack another person just to attack them. But okay.
Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, we still did equally terrible things, whether it was to ourselves or to others. Yet every one of us expects to be forgiven.
Can someone let me know if you can
And
hear
the
it?
notion that anybody changes overnight is crazy. I am not saying that everybody has to be religious.
Yeah, that's another thing real quick too. The overnight, everyone thinks she should have changed overnight, and that's why she's not sober, is that she didn't change overnight, and she's not a different person. She's not gonna change overnight. That nobody changes overnight. I mean, if someone did, okay, so if someone did, then that's amazing. Good work. But for the most part, most people who've gone through addiction for years, and for her 30 years, and for me it was 4. And some people 10, some people could be 8. So it doesn't matter how long, but the longer, it's probably even harder for you to change overnight. But in general, just coming out of addiction is extremely hard to change right away. So that's one of the reasoning as to why she's not sober right now, is that she's not acting any differently. I think she is acting differently. I think she's not going out after people very hard. I think she's staying pretty like chill. I mean, she's hyper, but that could be a lot caused by the H definitely calmed her down. It definitely did. So and she probably doesn't feel the same. She doesn't so she will be more hyper and whatnot. But I've only noticed that. I haven't seen her getting like mean or like cutting people down. She's basically just constantly defending herself to these other channels. And I said to her, Sharon, you don't, that's what they want. They want the content of you defending yourself to them. And then they can go off of that, and then you defend that, and then they'll do it again, and then you defend that. You're just giving them free content instead of just going back to the channel that you were, in which you basically did fun way back, because I wasn't cool with quite a lot that she did, and she knows that, so I'm not bad talking her. But where she did like fun stuff like games and just talked on the couch with like not her Barbies, but although some of her Barbie skits were hilarious. She's a very funny person. But where she was just herself, and she laughed with all the people that came in there, and she didn't have to constantly defend herself. And before I start this again, I think that's the biggest thing. Whether or not you think or do not you think she is or isn't, you need to take the benefit of the doubt that it's a possibility that she is definitely going through sobriety, and nitpicking her and causing her stress is going to be the worst thing for her to stay sober. Good morning, Luna. Thank you for saying hi. It's bad when I'm like, oh, I'm so excited I have people in my chat. I haven't been on for so long, and it's a bad time of the day. How are you? Did you have your coffee? Is that a silly question? I'm playing Tiffany H because I really like this video, how she explained about Sharon. Like I've said already twice, like it's exactly what I was thinking, but she put it in words that I couldn't have put it in. So I was like really like, wow, Tiffany, you just did a really awesome job making that video. So let me play that again. You can let me know how many cups of coffee you had already, Luna. Oh, now it doesn't want to play.
Or godly or believe in anything, because some people don't believe in anything, and I understand that. I respect that.
And is it too fast?
However, I believe that we were all born in God's image and we were all born sinners. So what am I and who am I to sit
Oh,
on a pedestal
headache.
and look down at people? So many have emailed me or texted me or whatever. And those of you who I do love, care about, and I care about our friendship, stuff like that. If you could just be in my body for one day and see what I see, that maybe it would be different. But we can't. So all we can do is have respect for each other and have empathy and compassion for people. So I am going to speak on the subject, not that I should, but I am, because this is bothering me, and
I'm also playing this because I'm getting a lot of smack as well for supporting Sharon right now, and I think that that's just really awful. I don't think that people should not like you or ostracize you or anything like that because they've decided as a group to not like a certain person. Therefore, if you do like that person, then you're on the outs. That's a way of disconnecting this person from support. Whether you think she deserves it, some people think she deserves it because she did things in the past. I do not obviously
feel like I
believe
want
in
to give
that.
my full opinion about it without walking on eggshells.
I don't believe that. I believe that should be in the past, and she has made some amends, and she's trying for sobriety. So um, even if you think she's not and she's faking everything, there for those people, there's a chance that you're wrong, and going after her is hurting another addict. And the majority, not the majority, but I would, well, maybe I would guess it seems like 75% by watching chats of the people in the chats are actually recovered addicts or current addicts. So they should have all people understand that that's the last thing that's needed. Exactly, Luna, right. They're making it right. It's not your business, nor is it my business. It's whether or not she wants to do it for herself. But because she went to rehab, they want to dissect her. And let me play this a little bit more.
Without feeling like I'm going to hurt people's feelings or without worried about anybody else. This is about me speaking as a recovering heroin addict, someone who's on methadone, I'm in the MAP program, and someone who has been on social media and been the target of everyone's laughing jokes and been able
And
to
she
forgive and move
was.
forward without apology, without accountability. Okay? So, step one. I made mistakes on this app. Okay. I've done wrong to people, whether it was with my words or my actions by not keeping promises that I made. Either way, the things that I did had just as much as impact on people as the things that Sharon has done. Now, Sharon is a very high strong person and an independent thinker. She does not need to follow.
And that's an interesting thing I wanted to mention too, because that's exactly true. The thing is, they're accepting Tiffany H back now, but they're going after Sharon. Where before they were friends with Sharon and going after Tiffany H. They flip flop, and as long as you're on their side and you're in their camp, then you're accepted. As long as you like the people they like and dislike the people they dislike, then you can be accepted. So I was like, Tiff is accepted right now, and she can speak out about this because she's staying neutral. That was the word I was looking for. She's very like neutral. She's trying to stay friends with Sharon, and also she's accepted back into the group. They aren't attacking her anymore. I guess they got over it, and she was gone long enough that they kind of like me. I've been gone long enough that the people that used to constantly tag me in their videos aren't anymore because the emotion of it just like faded, so it doesn't matter anymore. But she was very I from the little I did see, Tiffany H was harassed a lot. She was made fun of, attacked. um I mean, I'm sure there were some things that she did that she should have changed. I didn't watch enough to like really I try to judge her or anything like that. But things like seat belts or something like that, that could just easily be fixed, just like that's just those little things. But it wasn't really to that level. It was really deep. It was like making fun of her appearance, like really deep into her parenting from what I could see when yeah, she had problems in the past, but she was doing really well. with her parenting from what I saw from the videos, you know, and they were still attacking her. So it's traumatizing, and she had to get off YouTube for it. And I think she changed as a person from when she left to now from this video. She just seems like a much calmer and, level-headed person. And although she sounds like she's talking really fast, that's just because I have it at 1.75. Hey, Justice. Yeah, they did that to Mosaic Mama too. Yep, they did it to Mosaic Mama. They did it to, they didn't do it to Sharon until just recently, until the group, Trinity started. The Trinity would be Swiss, Janelle, and Courtney. Then the group kind of all came together, and they all, people that went there don't like Sharon, so now they're going after Sharon. But they went after Tiffany. They went after a lot of people. They went after me when although I didn't get, it wasn't as bad as far as like when you have just like a chatting channel, like it's just about basically what you say, whereas mine had videos and outreach and all that stuff involved with it too. So you really didn't, um it wasn't like they were attacking my channel, because my channel basically wasn't me talking. I just did that on the side. My channel was what the outreach, and like all that I put in and time into that, and energy. So I didn't take as much offense, but they ran off like channels that were just talking channels, which is really, really not nice. Luna, how was Mosaic Mama mean? Was she? Oh, now Luna's saying she's mean. I only also got to end the very end bit of Mosaic Mama, so I didn't see her mean side, so I can't attest to either side of. Hey, Jabba the Hutt. You think that Mosaic was a scamming lying crook? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I was vaping. I just saw her do her lives and just talk about stuff that was important to her in her life at that time and her husband, and I didn't see anything, but I wasn't there from the beginning, and I'd have to see all the videos, I'd have to have all the evidence, and then I would be able to like make a decision. But yeah, I probably wouldn't even speak on it as far as like my thing is, if someone is doing something like hurtful, like to themselves or involving other adults, like if the people think someone's scamming or whatnot between adults, it's between adults. It's just the only thing my line in the sand is kids. And there's two channels that have mentioned kids, and you guys probably know my opinions on them, and I won't bring them up right now. But that's my line in the sand. You never involve children and say disgusting things about children. But the other channels, if they're doing stuff and they're going back and forth fighting like between adults, it's like it doesn't, it's just don't watch it, we're all adults, just don't watch it. And but there's definitely possibilities. There's tons of channels that scam and lie and stuff, and I usually just avoid really like uh, talking about it. As far as on me talking, I don't care if you guys talk about it, but if me talking about it, I won't say like I don't like this channel because they're doing this. And that's what I don't like about what they're doing to Sharon, because um I do think that she's taking Suboxone, and I'm not being naive or stupid or da da da, whatever they'll say I am. Like I take people's word for what it is until they prove me otherwise. So um yeah. And I don't know if Sharon's awake. She can definitely come in if she wants. She and I reconciled before she went to rehab. So we were talking just in comments and stuff before rehab. So she can feel free to come in, but I don't know if she's around, and I didn't text anybody.
Other people. She does not need a crew behind her. And now those of you that think that, oh, well, Tiffany, she's going to get sick of
Yeah.
you and go back to bullying and harassing you. Well,
She just said it stopped right in the middle, but she basically just said that um Sharon doesn't need a crew behind her. And she's right. Like she's like an independent, like one girl, one man like band. Like she can do it on her own. It's just that the attacking and trying to get her subs away from her, and they're trying to get her support away from her. I kind of feel it's like a repeat of the Maddie situation, and like a witch hunt and to get the channel shut down. But the reality is like what's going to happen? It's just going to put them in a worse situation. Like a way worse situation if you're trying to do that to the person to out them, because they're going to get sober when they're going to get sober, and it's really not our job to get them sober. It's our job to be supportive of them. And the people that are adults that do, cash app them or whatever, that's their choice. And unless they're like mentally like slow or something, obviously that's taking advantage of people. But just like you're an adult and you can make a choice to watch a channel or not watch a channel, turn it off if you don't like it. Same thing. Like if you want to cash app someone some money and you know where it's going to, that's your choice. We didn't give money, and we didn't believe in that as far as with our outreach, because we felt they had other needs and we didn't want to do that. But I don't criticize people that do. That's their choice. And yes, do I think it's like, do I have an opinion on it? Yeah, I have an opinion on it. Do I, as if I do if I think it's right or wrong? I mean, anyone can just like Google what you should do with addiction, but you don't do it this way. You don't try to like chase everyone away from the channel to alienate the person so that they there's 3 or 4 channels talking about them. So, because I don't see her lashing out at them, I see her trying to stand up for herself but not lash out at them. She was fake, Jabba the Hutt says. These new chicks think they running things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do. Well, I mean, when you got power in numbers, when you've got 3 channels and they all have the same subs, and they, went to Bobbles and got some of Bobble subs, and they got some of Tiffany's, they were from Tiffany's. When you slowly, like, it's like accumulating like a pile of dust, and you slowly accumulate from thing to thing, then they start attacking different channels to try to get those, the attention. They're basically, I hate the clout chasing word, but they're clout chasing because they're using Sharon B's name because they know it's going to get attention, and they're going to talk about her sobriety and or not, they think non-sobriety, because there's now a huge group of people that are anti-Sharon, over the years, that can come into their chats, that they're trying to get to come into the chats. But why do they care so much? I know if they decided to end their friendship with Sharon, why not just stop it? Exactly. They got to make her the subject of their lives, because it's because people think it's them trying to, point out truths, but it basically is, all it is clout chasing. Putting her, if they went and just talked about what they did every day, like, work, school, whatever they do, it would be it wouldn't be interesting. People wouldn't want to watch it. That's why my lives don't get a lot of views, because they're really not that interesting, because I talk sometimes, like I'll pause to try to make sure I don't say the wrong thing and not just say whatever comes to my mind and start drama and shit just to start it. I will, like, you'll hear me pause sometimes because I don't want to say the wrong thing that might tick someone off, and then they're going to come back at me with a video, and then it's back and forth, back and forth. But that's how you get people watching your channel again, is to start fights, pick fights with people, and make videos, certain things, or saying stuff in your lives that start fights with people. That's my opinion, Luna. I don't know. Does that sound reasonable?
That goes off of your opinion. And even if Sharon does do that, I do not base my support for her off of how she acts. She does not have to live up to any requirements. I have zero expectations from her and zero requirements. Excuse me, I can't freaking talk. That's the love of not having top teeth, anyways. I have no requirements for her and zero expectations. And that's what we should all have out of each other. Why? Because we're all human beings and we all deserve a chance to be who we are. Now, those of you who say that you have been exhibiting her behavior and this is not how a recovering addict acts and they should be filled with remorse and love, and that's shit. That is shit. Okay? As a recovering addict, at 7 years sober, I was on this bitch cussing people out, talking for 7 hours at a time. And it was either 7 hours of love or 7 hours of hate. But either way, I was on this mother effer, using my time, space, and energy, worried about
But did Tiffany really do it for 7 hours? That's crazy. I didn't know she did it for that long. Tiffany ain't much better. She needs to just stay away. Ain't nobody trying to reconnect with that woman. She tried to say how much she changed, but she's something up all the time. Luna, that's because them chicks think they in high school and are the true. Yeah. Yeah, good one, Java. Yeah, they think they're like the cool clique or something. The cool clique on YouTube. I didn't know there was such a thing. The I don't know, Ja, but, like, I haven't heard her say anything, like, mean, Tiffany. Like, I do know that I was told she could be mean in the past, and she wasn't mean to me until she came back. She was mean a little in Swiss's chat when they were all ganging up on me. She was telling me how to be and what to do and da da da, just, like, jumping on me, but I like this video, so I was just like, "Alright, I'm done, Tiff, like, I'm not dealing with this." So I'm not, but she's not perfect, but I mean, I'm not perfect. And so I'm not judging her for it. I just was just like, I'm not having a conversation with you if you're gonna act like this. If you're gonna tell me how I can and cannot think, I'm not going there. But this video is good, and that's why I'm playing it because I think it explains what I was trying to explain some comments as far as and why there's channels out there that wonder why I support Sharon. And this is why, because I think as long as someone is saying they're sober and you really don't have hard evidence that they're not sober, you don't. You just have like, well, maybe they should have shown the expiration date or this or that. I mean, she doesn't want to show it because she doesn't want to show it. She doesn't want to show everything. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's because it's an old medication. Could be like, you guys asked me to do Suboxone, show me using it. I showed you, and now you want this, and then that's not good enough, and now you want this, and that's not good enough. So it doesn't mean it's not like the smoking gun of that, she's lying. I mean, the expiration date would definitely clarify it, but it's not a smoking gun to say she's lying at all. You can't prove by that. I go by facts. They're just nitpicking every little thing to try to, make a storyline that she's not sober. And when you add all of it together, some of it makes sense because you add it all together and you add, 4 or 5 different girls' opinions because there's more than just the 3 girls. And I don't really hear court say much about I really don't, hear court say anything bad about Sharon that I've heard. So, but, there's other girls that go up on the panel that women, sorry, I always say girls, women. I just say girls and boys, I don't know why. Guys and girls, I don't know. Yeah, I say guys and girls is what I say. It's not like a child term, it's just guys and girls, like, sex-wise, if they're a guy or a girl.
Everybody else and what everybody else thought. That's not okay. That is not okay. How do we focus on our sobriety and who we are going to be when we are steady concentrating on everybody else? I have been asked so many questions about Sharon's sobriety, what I think, why am I supporting her, why this, why that. Well, I'm supporting her because I want to. And I'm not asking anybody to support her with me, but what I'm not understanding is so many of you say that you cannot stand her, you don't believe her, you don't respect her, all this stuff, then why watch her? Why listen to her?
Yeah,
Why scrutinize her every move? Because when we become what
exactly.
we are against, we are just as bad as what we are against. We have people who are literally basing their entire channels off of getting rid of someone else's channel. What makes you or me more entitled to a social media page where we get to speak our opinions, but yet others are not entitled to their opinions or their commentary? I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter if we agree with each other or not. We're all entitled to the same
Right.
treatment, the same rights. We all have freedom of speech. We all have, freedom to have our.
And I think, and that's where the hypocrisy comes in. We have the freedom to have the friends that we wanna have. That's what I've noticed is, because I'm friends with a couple people don't like or are mad at or, stuff has been spread around about them, um therefore it's then they don't like me, therefore the group doesn't like me. But it's okay for them to like certain people that I don't like, that I know for a fact there's proven facts, like not just like hearsay opinions, theories, for facts have done some pretty awful stuff. And I actually have friends who are friends with them, and I'm fine with it because it's not our place to tell other people who they can and can't be friends with, or try to say, well, because Jules is friends with What's Up, then don't talk to Jules because she's friends with What's Up. That's ridiculous. Or if Jules is supporting Sharon, don't be friends with Jules because she's supporting Sharon because Sharon's a liar and a scammer. She's done some stuff in the past. Definitely, that's wrong. All addicts do that. So she's um, has a history, but that does not mean that she's doing it now. And um, I actually think her being more hyper and more agitated seems as if she is a little bit definitely like this is the real deal because she's not. doing like what she usually does to calm herself down. So, um, but I mean, no one can prove it either way. The point is, it's being used just to prop your channel up and use other topics to um and see if you get as much attention, if you just do other topics and don't just nitpick and criticize someone who if you don't think that they're in recovery could possibly be in recovery, and you're hurting them. I read what you wrote, Job of the Hut. See, I get along okay with Swiss. She doesn't like me, but I get along with her. She can definitely be she can kind of come at you pretty hard. So I understand what you're saying. Um, and she definitely is opinionated, and has her way of it's this way. They all have it. All those channels basically have it. It's their way or the highway. But I guess I try to get along with everybody as best I can. So, but I understand what you're saying. Dem high school bitches always got to start in on everyone, but they is the ones who think they know everything, but they ain't been here. Yeah, they haven't been here for very long, that's for sure. Oh, if they knew back like 3 years ago, like how crazy it was, they would never have survived with the trolls that we had that were like really that got into people's lives really deep and like really hurt their lives. Yeah, it was really bad. But bullying is wrong just all around. So I don't think anyone should be allowed to be on the platform that bullies, um, that has professional careers. I've advised against that because it's you're asking for trouble. Um, but there's certain people you can bully. I'm not saying you should bully, but some people you can bully and it's fine because they can take it and they can be like, okay, whatever. Like I got bullied a lot over on Swiss's page, but I'm just like, okay, whatever. But like, if I was in the middle of what I'd gone through before, no, I could never have handled it. Or if someone's going through sobriety, no, you don't attack somebody like that. You don't attack people that are they consider weak at the time. That's not appropriate. Like obviously that's considered true bullying. Just like fighting, like woman to woman or man to man or whatever, woman to man, whatever it is, just fighting, like if they both are just fighting, like and making a conscious choice of doing it because they can, and it's not affecting them, then that's fine. If they want to do that, it's just their source of entertainment. But there's a difference between that and bullying.
On social media. Okay. Now, some people may choose to rant and rave and do whatever. Some people might rant and rave, apologize, go back to rant and raving and do whatever they want. Some people might love bomb and use it as a place to show everything they've ever done good, which is also something I don't agree with. And then some may use it for everything. Okay. And in Sharon's case, I really do think that when she got out of rehab, why in the hell would she want to tell this?
I wonder if she was referencing SG when she said rant and rave and then love bomb. That's what she does. She'll like rant and rave and be like totally like mean and pissed off, and then she'll be like super nice, and you're just like, wait, okay, there's a potential she's a nice person, and then like the next week ranting and raving again. I think she was the hardest one for people to figure out, but that's just basically what she does. So don't fall for it.
The truth to this community. Ever since she has been, consistently posting, even before, but definitely since she's been consistently posting, since she's been out of detox/rehab, she has been scrutinized. Now, at
It
first
is
it
all
was,
very
look at the
childish
document in front of
behavior,
me. I don't believe you.
questionable.
She did it twice. Then
Absolutely
it was, oh,
justice.
you're faking this, you're faking that. Oh, you're smoking weed. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, why are you acting like this? When you're newly in sobriety, all your emotions, all your feelings, whether they are negative or positive, are heightened. So maybe you are filled with remorse and happiness and excitement, but maybe that's just how your personality is. Sharon is not Tiffany. Tiffany is not Sharon. So my recovery is not going to be the same as Sharon's. Okay. So when people ask me questions, and it's not just one, because I know many of you are sitting back thinking who I'm aiming this at and who's going to attack Tiffany now because she's saying her opinion and ooh, let me get the juice. And it's not about one person. It's actually quite sickening how an entire community can literally form cliques and groups against each other
Yeah,
when they don't agree with
it's a
one
big
another.
group
When this
of
community
people.
was meant to support one another, to be a community where you did not have to be ashamed of your addiction, where you could get help with the human basic rights, food, clothes, roof over your head, showers. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have to just disagree on that. Only only for the fact that I don't think our community has ever been really that supportive, like um, to help people like that in that way. You know, I mean, they were well. Okay, I take that back. When Sharon's channel first started and when Maddie's channel first started, people were all gangbusters to try to help and actually, you know, get them on the right track. But the problem with addiction is it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen overnight. So there's stuff that happens in between, and the person, you know, tries to go and then doesn't go, um, and in like Maddie's case, like we all know now that she just doesn't want it, where before there was hope that she did want it. Um, and because of Sharon's like issues with her heart and other issues with the law and stuff, I thought that she for this time I felt she does want it. And that's just my opinion, and we're all allowed to our opinions. But
Somewhere that you could be yourself. Instead, every time someone tries to do that, they're scamming or they're lying or they're this or they're that. And then many of you come to me and say, oh, well, Sharon gave it to you the worst. How could you support her? Because I'm not.
Java, what did Justice say? I missed it. I'm reading your comments, but you guys must know each other because I know Justice. I don't know Java, but I mean I don't know Justice. Just know them because they come in here from time to time and they're pleasant. But what did Justice do that I don't I must have missed something that you guys are talking about. And if you guys can't hear this or you don't want me to play it, let me know. But hopefully you can hear it and it's not too fast. I just want it to play it so Tiffany can say it from her mouth the right way as opposed to me trying to explain it because I think she explains it so well.
Not looking at Sharon at her worst. I'm looking at Sharon at her best. I'm deciding to look at the beauty instead of the madness. And if any one of you think that your madness is less than hers, then you're crazy. Because each and every one of us have a good guy and a bad guy, and we have to choose every day which one we're going to pick. And if you think that just because Sharon is, you know, not approving with the way she's being talked about and scrutinized, and that she's saying, fuck it, I take my apology back. Fuck it, I didn't care posting that. Fuck it. If she didn't care, she would have never apologized in the first place.
I agree.
Now,
I agree with that because I agree. I mean, she apologized for something that she did, and I'm glad that she apologized because I can't support that. I can't support, you know, anything like with putting other girls' pictures out and stuff. And she apologized, but she did say like I take it back, but she did it out of anger. Like she was like just like mad because she feels ganged up on. So of course she's gonna say that. That's Sharon's personality, you know.
Saying it was right. I don't agree with anything negative, but I also do negative at times. I'm not perfect. So who am I to sit here on a panel or in my house or on the phone or in any type of vicinity, whether I'm talking to you privately on an email or publicly on a panel? This is wrong to do to somebody in active recovery. And let's say, let me play devil's advocate here. And let's say that she is lying. Who cares? What are her lies doing to affect you? If you didn't listen to them, they wouldn't affect you. Don't we have more things that we could do with our social medias than literally getting up and make videos about other people and talk about other people's sobriety? And those of you who are judging her for smoking pot is legal. You don't need a prescription to smoke pot. Okay? You don't need a prescription to smoke pot. And just because Sharon, you know, decided to get on there and
Always these dumbass panel bitches think they know all the history. Oh, you can curse right now at Jabba, by the way. I'm not monetized at the moment because when you don't use your channel, you have to get so many video hours or whatever. So I have to get like so much. I have to do live streams more frequently. I forget how many I have to do. Probably not what it takes. It does not. I don't have to go back to the beginning. It's just it's a limited amount. I have to do a couple shorts and get so many views on my shorts, and then do. I've known this for like 6 months or so, and I have to do. Uh, we didn't make tons on it anyway, you know. Yet, you know, only this channels that have like 100,000 subscribers really make any much money. But I mean, $100 or $200 is money, but it's not like make or break it or anything like that. But I'd have to, like I said, stream and for I forget. I'm gonna look into it next time I go live. I'll let you guys know how many hours when you already have been monetized and then you lose your monetization. Not you don't lose it. I didn't lose it because of anything wrong on the channel. You just lose it because it doesn't. It's not. You're not getting like the watch hours and stuff like that. And that happened like a while ago, but I think I only knew about it like 6 months ago when I first started going back to doing lives. It came in my email or something like that. But I can let you guys know the hours and and I just vaguely remember it saying I needed to do some shorts or something, and I'm like, I don't really even know what I do because I wanted it to pertain to the channel, so I'm not really sure, so I just didn't do it. Hi,
Apologize to
Toot
me.
Toot.
And by the way, I didn't mean to say that she owed me an apology. I actually meant to say
What?
she didn't owe me one because she doesn't. And she didn't need to give me one for me.
And that's really sweet of Tiffany to say she didn't owe her apology because, like she said, Sharon was going really hard on her, and I didn't see that either. But and people are always like, "You always say you don't see things, and you do." I mean, I really don't. I can't see everything. Like I'm not all knowing. I didn't see it. I saw the very end of Tiffany being online, and I heard a little bit about it, but so Toot Toot says, What's madness is that anyone who thinks using YouTube to fund a heroin habit is okay." Yeah, Toot Toot, I don't believe that it's okay. That's not what I'm supporting Sharon for, by saying it's okay. Like, just like I don't think it's okay to stand on the side of the corner and, panhandle. Like, I want them clean. I think it's wrong. But this is about a big group of people now, kind of like they did with Maddie, ganging up toward on her and basically trying to get her off of YouTube by nitpicking every single thing and pulling people over onto their side. And I think right now she is going through sobriety, like truly is. And until otherwise, that's my opinion, and if she shows in like a month that she's not and she's using again, that there's a clear facts that she is, I will still care for Sharon, and I'll be kind to Sharon. But I mean, I'm not going to do a video like this trying to support getting people to stop, nitpicking every little thing and trying to give her a chance to, go through sobriety. But like I said, I don't think they're doing it. They're doing it because they're getting views off of it and they're getting subs off of it, and they're alienating Sharon because a lot of them were ex-friends with Sharon, and it's kind of like payback. I mean, they even stated they tried to try to ruin other channels. So why? I know they're trying, like, if they've said that about other channels, then they're definitely, that's their MO in my opinion. And I think that's wrong when someone's trying to go through sobriety. I am not messing with you. Wait, Justice, I can tell you what to do unless you messing with me. I can't tell you what to do unless you're messing with me. You guys must have a history because I don't know. But all they do is because I can't help out in any way with you guys because I don't know what what is going on. I just know Justice, and I know Justice is nice. Took what difference to do it make it ain't them. Those ain't making all kinds of cash at money and getting out of pocket. I think they get like a rush out of it, Java. I think they get just the thrill of like seeing who can get more views, and it's like a competition. Um I think sometimes when people get bored or whatever, they want attention, they just do YouTube channels, some like that, and then they think that, oh wow, I had this many people in my room, that's like amazing, when I mean it's not. There's people with like thousands of people in that's the YouTube channel. But it's a little competition in this little world of the CWC that they're trying to play. And right now there's an alliance amongst some people, and they're all supporting each other and sticking together, and that's good, if it were for good, but a lot of it's not for good. And they're sharing people, like, their subs are going from channel to channel, and they're the same subs, and then they have to grow. There's really no room for growth unless they start attacking other little channels. So that's how it's done. I mean, this has been going on for a really long time, over and over and over again. They got to find content. If they're not going to do true crime or this or that, they have to find content. Bobbles did pretty well and grew because she had people on her panel that were consistent, and they were really likable people. I mean, they had really intellectual conversations, and it drew a crowd because people could, like, it wasn't just about drama or just stupid day-to-day things. They with JC Bear and Addie, they're really had great intellectual conversations about things, and it grew, and her channel grew, and then the people that were there because of those people stuck around because, you get attached to a channel and you just keep watching it, just like you get, hooked on anything, it's like an addiction to a person or whatever. They just got addicted to wanting to stay over there and watching. Whether she lost, I mean, I would say 80% of her people are different now, Bob. Well, she had some really great supporters, but a lot of people left because of some stuff that happened. And she has a whole new crowd. But she had a really good thing going there for a while, some really great people in her chats. So she was able to do just a chat and have really good, like a really good thing going, which usually you have to do more than that to have a YouTube channel. Well, I mean, she never really had more than 100, except for the time she had Maddie. She had Maddie in there, and when Maddie was in there, her interview with Tom Reed came in, I think, and Maddie came in for an interview with Bobbles. She had like a 300 or something, but I mean, she never got up like that. But she maybe used to get like 100 back when it was the good old days. I think something like that, 115 when she and SG were fighting, or she and Sharon were fighting, and that was another thing. She also grew based off of her fighting, starting a fight with. She tried to start a fight with me, and I stopped it. But she tried to get clout off of my channel, and then she tried to go after Sharon, and then their fighting went on, and that was a saga for forever. Till I honestly think Addie and JC Berry just had enough. They were just like, we just cannot hear the same vomit
to move on
regurgitated.
and past all the shit. She was able to move on past the shit I said.
They left.
So why can't I move on past the shit that she did?
They
I
wanted
can't.
different
We're all
topics.
human. And when we are in recovery, we are actively trying to recover our lives. And we can't do that when there's constantly people pointing at the things we did wrong.
Hey,
we
Swiss.
know what's wrong and not wrong. But if you guys think for 1 minute that Sharon, out of all people,
One
is
second.
going to be the one to just back down.
I'm gonna pause this because I gotta read Swiss. What does she have to say? I'm not fond of Teach right now because she thinks we should excuse her behavior, to which I will not. Okay, what behavior? Oh, I'll see if you wrote what behavior is this. And it is our business, since she wants to publicly post her life. It's a slap in the face to the ones who are really trying. She makes a mockery of everything. Well, I can understand your point, Swiss, like that if you believe from this point of view that she definitely is lying, that she's just making this big charade out. But then there's the other side of the coin, which is people that do believe that she is actually trying this time and giving her a chance. So that's where my point is. Like I said earlier, and I don't know if you heard me, but like if in a month I find out she's not clean, I will still be kind to her and I'll still like her. But I don't, but I wouldn't make the video. I wouldn't do the live I'm doing today. I just liked how Tiffany explained some of the things in her video. Um, and I do feel that if she is trying right now to get clean, which I think she is, it's really tough on her to have all that coming at her at once from like multiple channels, because I've had it done to me, so I know that it's like awful. And I wasn't going through trying to stay clean. I was already had stopped before, so that's where my thinking is. Swissness, so you don't like Teach. I think, but you broader aspect. Yeah, Jabba, I thought they were okay with her too. I thought they were fine with Teach was coming back in the crowd. But I don't keep up with everybody. Buck, what's BS? What did Luna say that was BS? I didn't read anything negative that Luna wrote. This is true. Now I need to send her back. Swiss, so you're like that. You allow people to enter and exit the CWC now. Nice, nice. As a recovery coach for 17 years, I can assure you Sharon V is not sober right now, and the public should have absolutely questioned anyone who asked for money on YouTube to pay. Well, I haven't actually seen her asking for money to. Congratulations for doing that for 17 years. That's amazing. But I haven't, she might do it behind the scenes, but I haven't seen her like putting her Cash App or whatever, or anything like that up lately. Oh, you don't judge her supporting Sharon. You just don't. Wait, you don't like her for. Oh, oh, because she's excusing her behavior, to which. Oh, okay. Hi, Chella. I've seen your name before. I don't think I know you. Sharon lost her support before rehab because she thought she could control them. I do know, Chella, you're right that Sharon did some stuff that was definitely wrong in different areas, and she did lose a good amount of support over the years, like Bobbles did. Like people came and went, but since she's been back from rehab, it's gotten worse with the channels talking about her and people the kind of like like joining the crowd, you know. So usually if there's a chat and there's a lot of people in it, you know, a good amount, 40, 50, more people are going to be more likely to go there because they want to chat with more people. I mean, it just makes more sense. So it's going to grow. People are going to want to chat, and then they're going to get on the topic of, you know, whatever the topic is. If they didn't like sharing, they're going to like join in. So it's I just see it as another like Maddie situation in which, and then Sharon started it with Maddie herself, but you could say, well, then that's her payback. But I don't believe that is ever true. um you know, we all do things we shouldn't do, and we all should say we're sorry for them. And um but she rode the Maddie train for a while, and she grew on that a little bit because she was in a lot of channels did. It was before all this happened, it was Maddie, it was Angie Reacts, and a couple other channels were anti, you know, we can stop the enabling of Maddie, and it actually did work. um but Maddie's worse off. You know, she isn't going to quit till she's going to quit, and she's having to do more other stuff, and she's gone much more downhill because of it. You know, Swiss thinks everything is in her business. Well, Swiss, yeah, Swiss is definitely is nosy. Swiss hasn't admitted to that. I've seen her admit to the she likes to get to the bottom of it, so to figure things out. What's good? Hey, what's good? How are you? I'm just gonna read the comments so I don't get behind like people always say I do. Shady's fake cafeteria friends. If you see someone getting robbed, you try to stop it. If you see someone getting mugged, try to stop it. Same wish. Yeah, but we're adults. She's scamming. We're adults for one, and we have, unless like I said, someone's like mentally slow and is giving her money. I don't believe that people are really being robbed. They're making a choice, and I have like since she's been back, I haven't seen her asking for money. The said is always about money. I don't know what you mean, Swiss. Justice evidence that you're correct, and these people are lunatics. Swiss just likes everyone to jump on her weird bandwagon like she. I wish I knew who Jabba the Hutt was because like she goes. Where's her 12 steps? Has she achieved step one? I know Swiss, but I think you're being a little too hard on her. That's just my opinion. I do feel like you're being a little hard on her. Like if we put ourselves in her shoes, like it's tough. And maybe she is doing the 12 steps and she's just not, you know, reading them out. She's doing her workbooks, and like she wrote a comment to me, she's like, I'm working on my book or whatever, I'll get back to you in a minute. And maybe that was a lie, but I don't think so. And then she's doing it and she doesn't share it with everybody. I told her she should go back, you know, do her lives the way they were, where people could see her and she could talk about stuff the way she wants to, and not keep going back and forth, but just talk about her, you know, her recovery. And she said that was a great idea. So hopefully she will. Hopefully she will do that because I think that's the best thing for her channel. Okay, this is just ridiculous now. Toot Toot says people like you and Teach are just part of the problem at this stage. Peace out. All right, bye Toot Toot. Job is sit down and take notes, bitch. It ain't no one's job to regulate SB. She don't owe y'all nothing. CWC under. Oh, is that CWC under Zach? Wait, who is CW? Oh, Jabba is? Oh, how do we know this? Well, TH will go her some support. She's on the right path. She was the truth to herself. I miss her sweet feet. This Luna character likes to talk. I love Luna, so I'm not going to take any crap about Luna. But what do you have to say? Oh, sorry. I keep hitting the wrong button. Ish about me to Buck. I want to do that if I were you, Luna. Can you rephrase that, Mr. Sweetfeet? I don't know what you mean. But Luna is as straight as they come. She's awesome. Hey Chella, who went on Maddie's this week? Jabba says, Swiss, you know the 12 steps you would. Oh, you're learning the steps, Swiss Miss? Good. It's easy just to Google and read it, it's right there. But it takes a long time to go through them, I'm sure, like one by one. I never did it. I just did it whole turkey, and then that was that, and that was that. But I do know that they're good to go through because you go through each one, but each one can take everyone different amount of time. Like step one could be like a week, or it could be a month, or it could be, a year. Like everyone is different. It take a really long. For the most part, it probably takes most people a long time because it's actually extremely difficult. Going from being addicted to sober, and then working through all the damage that you've left behind, in your wake. I don't think CWC talks ghetto. I don't know. I didn't notice like CWC talk ghetto. Oh, Luna, you should apologize, or it's go time. Mr. Sweetie, what did Luna do to you that you're mad about? Is Mr. Sweetfeet's not Bobbles, is it? I know Bobbles doesn't like Luna at times, but I don't know anyone else that's that pissed at Luna. Luna's like a really, really true friend. No, Swiss, I do agree she lied, but and I actually, I mean, I'm not naive anymore. I mean, I actually think that she had a good reason. Like she knew she was out. She thought she made a mistake. She thought she'd make a video, and it was cringe. I heard it right away that it was repeated. The first chatting was the same chatting at the end, and I was like, women in like recovery are not going to be this chatty and happy in the beginning and at the end. Like they're not going to be like schoolgirls. Like they're not going to be giggling and stuff because they don't feel good. Now, if they were at a bar or if they were at a place doing drugs, like trap house, yeah, they might be like goofing off, but not in a recovery place. But she lied about that and she did wrong. Um, but there is a possibility she could have been paranoid that she needed to put something out. Like she said, she was afraid people were gonna thought she was out and they're gonna call the police. And there's a few loose ends that about her, but it's her business about her um court date and whatnot. I just think that we're all getting a lot involved in her life, and I wouldn't want it done to me. Jules, you have all right to forgive her for how bad she treated you. Others don't. She doxed Swiss, called her a stripper. Absolutely, Charlie. You're right. Swiss does not have to forgive her. And yeah, she did some stuff to me, and she did stuff to a lot of people. No, I'm not supporting financially. I'm not supporting uh in any way of saying like I'm saying Sharon's right, you guys are wrong. I'm saying look at it from a different standpoint, and also saying it's kind of tough when there's 5 channels going after one person. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Sweetfeet? She body shamed me that I could never be. Oh, why is that chicken and bones for some dollar wallet? I didn't know she did, Swiss. I missed that. I was gone at that time, I guess. Um, that's not right to body shame you. I don't know what your body looks like, which might be why we've gone back and forth about bodies, why bodies seem to matter so much. They really don't. Curves or no curves, it really doesn't matter. Luna is not a liar, Mr. Sweetfeet. What did she lie about? Oh, you're leaving before you can tell me. Okay, she's not a liar. I'm sure Luna's made mistakes just like I have, and all of us have on here at times, but I know Luna not to be a liar. Swiss, it ain't your job to fix everybody. But thanks for coming in, Mr. Sweetfeet, and you're always welcome back. Okay, Molly, you're growling at me. Swiss, it ain't your job to fix everybody and everything. I'm a true crime she So Swiss is being a crime reporter. Why do you exactly right, Diana? I asked, oh, there you. I'm really actually not dumb, Mr. Sweetfeet, but I didn't see your point. Sharon picked on Maddie's this week about clothes. Oh, about the jackets. Yeah, it wasn't right. I think I heard that. She said she shouldn't be taking all the jackets, but it wasn't too tough. She wasn't like Oh, yeah, I was just trying to just tease you about the cellulite. You're like, "All women have cellulite." I'm like, "No, they don't. I don't have cellulite." Was and I just thought it was, like, funny back and forth, but hopefully you took it as such now, but, hopefully I wasn't like, "I don't have cellulite." Like, I don't talk like that. I don't think like that. I got my own problems. I'm not, like, all pompous about not having cellulite, like, I take cellulite and get rid of some other problems I have. Yes, thanks, Diana. Stop just a minute, Molly. Jules, you know when you get caught in lies, it derails your character on truth. It does, Swiss. I agree, but addicts are addicts and they lie before they get clean. Why you shouldn't lie. This is why you shouldn't lie. You can't type fast enough. We both are fast talkers, aren't we? If some things to not be someone's friend and be shitty, it's a whole nother level to be friends and dog your friend. Yeah, she dogged me. I'm talking about a dog. 1 second. She dogged me really bad. I'm just coming about when you said my girls, how I treated my girls. Like I guess I view Sharon the same way, that I give her a little more, not leeway in that it's okay, but leeway in that um addiction is really bad. Addiction is horrible. So I'm not gonna really hold her as accountable to certain things until, like I said, if in a month I find out, if this was a month down the road and I find out she's still using, for sure that I know the facts, I'm not gonna I wouldn't make a live saying, "Hey guys, she, give her, stop ganging up on her and give her a chance because she's using." Like then it'd be like, now we want to get her back in rehab, That would be my topic, if that makes sense. It looked like a trash bag with a bunch of midgets in. I don't know what you're talking about. Job at the Hut. Is that what she was making fun of? Sharon did not need about Maddie. I don't watch Maddie very often. It makes me too sad. It makes me really sad. Hey, Stephanie Dawson, how are you? Yeah, definitely, Swiss. You could come up one time. I don't probably not today because my voice is a little like dry, so I don't think I could talk fast enough to keep up with you. We're both fast talkers, but we could schedule a time you can come up and we could discuss and debate what our opinions are on it. No offense, Swiss, but you ain't smart enough or pretty. What job? That's not nice to get up and know about body shaming. That's not nice. I don't think we'd even know what she looks like. Though I do like you, Jabba. You've said some funny things, but I didn't know that Sharon had shamed her about stripper. That's why the joke, that makes sense now. I missed that whole reason why she said she was a stripper. That's why. Sharon did not need to say she was even out of rehab. That excuse she used, saying cops would be called, is a lie. No one knew where she was. Yeah, she didn't, which makes it more believable because she didn't have to. She could have just waited another week and then been like, I'm done. I think the fact that she did that was her off drugs, acting strange. That's how it came off to me. Like not thinking straight. Like why would I need to make a video? I'm in rehab. I just stay in rehab for another week. Or even if she wasn't in rehab the last week, I'm not in rehab. And if she was, using, she wouldn't make that video. But she made the video. In my opinion, I feel at this moment, and I can change my mind, but at this moment I feel because she felt people, something like she said ticked her off, that people were like gonna like try to figure out where she was. And who knows what coming off heroin for 30 years makes you, if it makes you paranoid or how you act. I just have sympathy in that because of what I went through, like of so I have sympathy about like mental, like if you're not thinking straight. I mean, that wasn't really a Sharon move. That was for her to do that. Like she's usually a little slicker than that as far as if she's gonna try to pull something off. No one knew where she was. Why you make us do this fake video? You ain't Swiss, that's not nice either. You do. A wolf, a rat, bounce kink. Oh gosh. Oh, meth court. I don't like you. We love you. I know you say you love me, but I don't like anyone to call court a meth mouth court because I don't think court did meth mouth. But thanks for saying you love me, but I can't support making fun of court. No job at Swiss isn't a mod. I think I just have 2 mods. I just have Luna and I have Diana. People give Sharon free passes and an accountable is horse hockey. Sorry, it was a phone call. You need to hold her account. I do hold her accountable. She's fake. I have always. That's why we weren't friends for a long time because I didn't tolerate stuff, and she didn't like me. I'm just giving her a chance now. And if she proves that she's not doing the right thing, then I'm not. Then I'm gonna have to say, yeah, people were right, and she wasn't. She was using the whole time, but I just haven't seen any proof, real proof. No, come on, today's great. Today's not great, Swiss. You must have had a lot of coffee. It's not great for me. JWJ is a Jersey chick. She beats a. I am a Jersey chick. It does come out sometimes. Most of the time, I talk like this, but if you really piss me off, which takes a lot, the Jersey comes out. People are disgusted with Sharon, not because she's not. She's because she manipulates. That's her default. I understand your position. She's fake cafeteria friends. That she's done some wrong, like a lot of wrongs in the past. But she once again, she 30 years of an addict. I don't really know any addict that could get through life as an addict without doing those things to get there, you know? Nice wouldn't allow mouth court account in here. I need her friends, Jules. If she speaks again, I'm gonna block her. Mouth, can you change your name to something else so that you can chat in here? Like, I don't have anything against court, and I don't like making fun of people and their names. And if you want to leave because I said that, then that's how it's gonna be. I don't. I'm sorry, but Courtney is beautiful. You tripping? Luna's back. Good. Fake shady. Why don't you hold peeps accountable? I gotta make sure I catch up as I'm behind. Why is she hiding her live streams? I don't know. Maybe because she just wants to talk to the people that actually want to watch her live, and then she can filter who actually like emails her and says, it's me. Like, and I would like, for example, Chris. We know Chris is like one of her biggest fans, and Chris, okay, yeah, Chris can come in, so you guys don't hear stuff and then use it as your content. I mean, I think that's a smart move. She still wants to talk to her friends, but she doesn't want to be used as content, maybe. Chella says, but you can give her a chance. Why should everyone change their thoughts on her? I'm just having it alive and giving my opinion, Chella. I don't try to force my opinions or try to make anyone change their opinion. I'm just saying I think it's harsh with the people who care so much to nitpick so much about her to the point where, it's pretty much all the topic all the time. And to give her a chance to either show that she's definitely sober, or if she's not, then she'll show that, but not push her back into using, because that could definitely push her back into using. Thanks. No problem. You can't make a million accounts. It's easy to change your name, so no problem. It was nice seeing you, but I don't like your name. Some more thinking music. Speaking of Chris, he donates to Sharon and he's taking it. I don't think he does shit. He's fake. I don't think he gives her money. I don't know how I know that. Um, I don't think he gives her money. Can you prove that he gives her money? Yes, anyone can support anyone who MIs to stop support, but I don't tell what I should get over. No, I'm not telling you. I mean, I don't think I ever come across that way, that I'm ever like that. I think other channels come across that way, but I don't think I ever come across the way of being like bossy to tell people what they should get over, Just saying like my opinion. This is just my opinion. Yeah, oh, sorry, I'll get that in a second. Diana, I appreciate your knowledge on my post. Diana and Luna both are doll babies, and Diana can write some beautiful things. I don't think he gives money necessarily. I don't either, Swiss. Yes, I agree. Court. I'm just gonna call you Court, but I really like I'm right on the fence of like blocking you just because of your name. Um, if you can be nice, maybe you can stay, but and Court's not even my friend, so I just yeah, she doesn't have a meth mouth. And I don't like make people being made fun of. She said he does, and he just donated to her 2 days ago, was on her posts. All right, Shady's fake. I will check on her post and see if she wrote that Chris donated to her 2 days ago. I didn't see it, but I will look into it. Yeah, Swiss, she never asked me for a penny either. I bought her a bike because I wanted to. She didn't ask me for anything. She didn't beg for money. Um, she one time she said she needed cigarettes and she didn't even ask me for cigarettes or like she just said she needed cigarettes and I was like, okay, I'll give you $10. Now that turned to bite me in the ass because she said you do donate to addicts and I'm like, what? Because I gave you $10 for cigarettes? And then turned into a big fight when she was fighting with me. But that's another story. See, that's why I stopped dating on her. And here people was always bitch. Yeah, exactly, Luna. You love puppies too? Hi, Blobs McGee. She's not lumpy, Blobs. I saw her legs. Her legs are toned. They're small and they're toned. They don't look like lumpy or cellulite. And even if they were curvy and had some cellulite, who cares? She's not turned down by the ugliest dudes. Would you want your son who was slow to be engaged in that mess? I don't give Sharon money, Swiss. I just don't care. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm not playing the rest of that live. You guys have probably not live, that video. You guys have probably seen it. Because I'm not gonna stay on too much longer, but you guys have probably seen it already, and Tiffany's opinion. But I thought it was pretty. I thought she was very well spoken and made her points very clearly. So to be fair, Stephanie says to be fair, I go everywhere, and Swiss has been cool with me. Yeah, I do see you everywhere, Steph. You definitely get along with everybody. I know Swiss, but I'm not. I don't have the. Can you hear it in my voice? I don't have the the speed to keep up with you today. I just can't. We can do it on a day when I can, but today I just can't. I don't know. My throat is like dry and like scratchy. I did have like a sinus thing, so maybe I'm coming off of that. Luna, I think they're saying Chris is slow. Uh, I don't know that he is. I know that he's a big supporter, and then I forget who it was. Maybe Shady Fake said that um Chris donated it. It was written on her community post 2 days ago, so I have to check that. But I mean, I'd have to find out if Chris actually was slow, and then I have to find out. You know, I mean, it's like hearsay. It's somewhere. JWJ might be on her stream. I forget where we all saw it, but he donates. I'm a dog, and he. Stephanie, don't bother kissing her ass because she don't like you. No way. Who are you talking about, Blobs? I do like Stephanie. If you're talking about me, I've always liked Stephanie. I've never had a problem with Stephanie. Because they were her legs, Blobs. Who are these trolls? I like to eat. Exactly, Stephanie. I didn't time you out, Mr. Sweetfeet. One of my mods must have timed you out. I must have not seen something you wrote, and they figured it was time for you to be timed out. I'm not a liar either. What? Who are you? And what did I lie about? It says you will just fight with Jules. Jules like sharing it, and you don't, as you said, she respects your view. You expect hers. You girls are so insistent on getting all of us to think how you think. I clone some legs. You clone legs. Luna, I want to lie if I were you. Mr. Sweetfeet, you're going to get timed out again. Gotta bounce, peeps. Swiss, go shave your dance floor. Okay, bye, Blobs. Oh, I must have missed that Swiss miss about her with the TH thing. I'm like, once again, I missed that whole thing. So you guys know each other through there, and I don't know what you're talking about. what she said about TH. Just wait, Luna, you ain't Mr. Sweet Feet. I'm gonna block you in a minute. So sorry, I can't trust your full opinions. Well, I think we all can't really, except for like I trust all Luna's opinions and I trust all Diana's opinions. I think all of us don't really trust each other's opinions or agree 100%. Just like you have your friends that you guys all agree on, like the Sharon stuff, 100%. Like if one person says it, everyone's like, exactly, that's true. That's exactly true. I think that's a lot what happens in friendships. Like once you've made a really strong friendship, you will then think, yeah, that person, you get to know them and you know if they're a liar or not a liar, and you know if they're going to be there for you through thick and thin. And Luna and Diana were there for me through what I went through, like amazing. So that's what true friends are. Chris, I don't know what that means about someone trying to get fired. Someone fired. I don't know if she's talking to Teach wasn't working. Chris got to be slow. He reminds me of, I don't want to read that. Make a video about what, Mr. Sweetfeet? Definitely don't make one on Luna. She wants to go shake my legs and loosen them up. Mr. Okay, do as you wish. I don't know who you are and still do as you wish. I can't. Yeah, Luna doesn't care if you make a. Exactly, right? Luna's right. You have nice legs, Swiss. It did take good. It looked like a natural angle to me. It looked just natural, just like you want to snap. Anywho, I have to go walk my puppy. All right, Shady. Fake. So, cafeteria friends, go walk your puppy. You're welcome for the chat. Sorry, we couldn't agree, but we agreed to disagree. The punch wasn't the legs, it was about mocking a Zoom called bathroom flip. Yeah, when it flips around. I was just teasing you because people used to tease me. I'd take pictures of my legs all the time. All the time. I'd be like, we're here. And my feet, because I keep my feet up on the dashboard to help like blood flow. So I keep them up there and I'd be like, we're here. And I'd be videoing them with my legs up there. And people thought I was like trying to video my legs. So I was just teasing you. But like I said, my humor doesn't come off. Like only like I have to like meet you in person or on the phone or like over chat. Even on chat, it doesn't really come off. My humor doesn't come off that much because I'll like laugh afterwards. Like if I laugh after I say something like kind of like dry humor, then you know it's it. And then once you've been my friend long enough, then people not usually they do all start laughing. They think it's funny, but my humor is hard to get. So I get it might come across that way in my comments, and I have to be more careful because people could take offense to what I'm saying. They might think it is like a dig or something. Exactly. Luna's changed a lot, which I'm really happy because that was really stressful. Yeah, they're all thirsty. They all want to know what Swiss looks like. Yep. Well, your picture's right there. We know what you look like. It's like, why do they need more pictures? You're cute in your picture. Like that's what you look like. I mean, like they want it to flip because they want you to hair to be like sticking out different ways or your makeup not on just right or you know what I mean? That's what they want. There's SG wanted that when I first started my channel. She wanted my camera to flip. That's how I knew right away she was bad news was something she was saying like, well, angle the camera this way. And I'm like, what? And I was so brand new to YouTube and I knew right away. Some people really let YouTube get to them in a tizzy. I like Swiss and I like Luna. The ones I don't like are the obvious trolls. Exactly, stuff. Yeah. Let them I know who they support, and that tells me how much I'm going to care about it. Exactly. Oh, teach. Thanks, Swiss. That's what I was asking. Was trying to get someone else fired under false allegations. I did not know that. But she did admit in that video that she did some stuff she shouldn't have done, which is, yeah, that's definitely something you should not do. You've grown on each other. You just did not like each other. You have a sexy voice. Oh, it was Bobbles. I misunderstood who called. It was Bobbles. And it wasn't, I guess it was, if Luna did something, I would not ever think that she would do it out of with no evidence or whatever. But I don't know that story. I don't. Your man sure loves this voice. Whose man? My man? Teaches him. He's the one who spreads the lies. Bob needs to go. Where's my wrench? You want Bob's to go? Yeah, Bob's hasn't really been. See if I can get. Not really adding to the conversation, just filling up my comment section. I had to learn that I was Dianys's, not all of us. And I was wrong for that because it's none of my business. Oh, Luna. Labs is distracting my conversation. She's believable, Swiss. I have to say. I mean, like I played her video today. I watched it and I was like touched by it, you know. So I think that TH's video today was believable. That she really, but maybe she didn't change being gone for a year. I don't know. Like she really seemed to. I saw her on a panel with you guys. I mean, when she came at me, I kind of don't think she's obviously fully changed because she definitely came at me when she came on your panel. And she came at me like just telling me what I was gonna think and what I was gonna say, and I was like, no, you're not gonna do that to me. And I don't even know where that came from, left field, because I always got along with TH. I never had any problems with her. But that video I just played, part of it seemed genuine, but I don't know. I mean, some people are good at fooling, but it's always for me just a waiting game to know whether or not they are or are not. Sorry for the crinkly sound. Um, are not changed. You know, I would hope that a year off YouTube does definitely give you a new perspective. And so, but I didn't like how Tiff came at me that day. She was pretty nasty, but that doesn't mean maybe she just had a bug up her ass about me that day, you know? I don't know. But, and I agree for most part, no one is who gives what money, but when you lie and scam, it becomes everyone's business. Well, I would agree to a point and not to a point. Like it is there for everyone to see, but you know, it's kind of like someone like, and I'm not comparing Sharon to someone on a street corner, but if someone's up, you know, begging for money on a street corner, no one's going to sit there and count their nickels and dimes and see like who gave it to them and why and whatnot, you know? Like people know when people are addicts, and they know when they start asking for more money, they're wanting more drugs, and that's the other individual, which is an adult's decision to do so, you know? Just like you know, Bobbles might get donations and maybe it's not for drugs, but it's for like cigarettes or for alcohol or whatnot, you know. No one's counting Bobbles money. um I don't know. Don't I don't financially support addiction, just because I know that if it had been done for me, like I supported myself, you know, drinking. But if I had, you know, people giving me stuff and I could keep just living the way that I was living, then it would have been a horrible life to live, you know. Like 4 years was enough. So I wouldn't want it done to me. I wouldn't want myself to have been enabled, and I wasn't, because I, you know. But so that's why I think I'm against. I know that's why I'm against it, because that's the only way someone can get clean. That or go to rehab and actually really want it. You know, really want it. That there's only ways. Hey, the Prince of Whores, nice name. Is this the same person as some? Is this another? Is this who I just blocked? Oh, Molly, you have to be on my lap all the time. Okay, you can be on my lap. It's okay. Don't get all dramatic on me, little Priss. Little Miss Priss. The Prince of Whores. I mean, Swiss rubs me the wrong way sometimes, and I rub Swiss the wrong way sometimes. But I don't think she's been like th- bossy or controlling on this in this chat. I think she's just chatting, in my opinion. Um, and we had a little bit of a standoff when we had our panel where, you know, she wanted her way and I thought my way, and we kinda bumped heads and she didn't wanna talk to me anymore, but she came back to talk, so, I don't know. I just don't like the channel is ganging up on Sharon right now until we're sure that she is sober, it's just what my life is about, and I stick to it. And I won't feel like a smacked ass if I find out, that she is. I won't. I'll just be like, I feel bad. I want her to be clean. I just, Luna, Swiss is one of those personalities you love and hate at the same time. Swiss is as a nurse, there's a lot of nurses with Swiss's personality. Not to say like that she's like generic, because that's not what I'm saying at all. But you have to get a certain personality in nursing to handle patients, and I see that side in Swiss that doesn't rub me the wrong way because I've dealt with tough nurses, 14 years. So I wasn't one of those nurses. I just kind of like did my thing and then hung out at the nursing station and like chatted up. I was never like the boss of the nurses station or ran the show, but that might be Swiss's, personality. But I've known a lot of nurses like that, and she's funny at the same time. That's truth, Luna. Diane, you gave someone a timeout. Who did you time out? No, she does not. That's nursing too. Yeah, don't sugarcoat stuff. Tell you right to your face. Majority of nurses are that way. I was the odd duck when it came to that. I never developed that personality, but Swiss already had that personality to begin with. I can't imagine she'd develop it just through a profession. Oh, right, she's a stripper. I forgot she's a stripper. Yeah, guys like all different sizes, shapes, really thin, or they like curvy, or like some guys like really big girls. They just, I don't think anyone should shame anyone's body, you know. And I'm not doing this live saying that Sharon hasn't done anything wrong, but I'm saying because she did wrong, she shouldn't then be attacked because she did wrong. She should be allowed to have her time to uh for sobriety, because it'd be like any other addict, just it's on a platform where everyone's seen it. Any other addict that we interviewed, like for example, like Phoenix seemed like a sweetheart, like when we do the interviews, but she had a really mean side to her. Like, and it's probably like coming off the drugs or just not feeling good because you're obviously putting chemicals in your body that you shouldn't be. So, it's if you see Phoenix in like a short bit of a video, or any of the girls. I know as she used to hate when I said my girls, but I mean, what, I don't know. I just said my girls, like they're whatever, they're my girls. So any of the girls, they would have, good days and bad days, just like everyone else, but it was like enhanced because now you're putting like these chemicals and you're having withdrawal and then you're wanting your next fix and you're constantly having to think about how am I gonna get my next fix? When am I gonna get my next fix? Um, and it's competitive, especially like in Camden. It was like so competitive. There were so many girls and like thinking about like who's the prettiest because there's cars driving and they're stopping for the prettier girls, so they're getting more drugs. I mean, it's just really rough. It's the competition and goes to the point where people that living on the streets, they're competing, competing for dates and everything. Guy I used to go with dog will pass up a dry bone. Diana, that went over my head. I must have missed something. Yeah, I remember that, Swiss. I mean, I'd heard that you've been meaning that you guys had reconciled, and so you guys are good. That's awesome. And then after that you build a friendship, which is good. And that shows a lot that you guys can repair hurt. I think so too. Well, that was pretty much my topic. It got a little derailed, but I mean, the best that I could say is just that I just wanted to say, um, just for the time that Sharon's going through the beginning stages of what I do believe is sobriety, um, to not pull her down and not stress her out, you know. But people are gonna do it anyway. I was just stating my opinion. I wasn't telling anyone what to do. I was just stating my opinion that I think there's like just like 500 people against one, and that's kind of hard when it's 500 against one. Right. Once you're a friend, then if the friend hurts you, that's really bad, right? But even friends can come back from that, you know. And I bought you cookies. Exactly, Luna. Yeah. Yeah, I understand for you, Swiss. I understand that she crossed the line for you. She hurt you. I mean, she did some pretty nasty videos of me and made fun for a while there and lied on me. And I don't think if we didn't stay friends way back then, like how I felt we were at the beginning, I don't think we could go back to being friends the way that we were because that might not have really ever been real. It might have just been what it was and I thought it was real. So I'm not by forgiving the things that I think that she did that really hurt me. It doesn't mean that like we're close friends or that I think we'll ever be close friends, but I still would try to support be there emotionally for them. But I don't expect that of everybody else to do that. I wouldn't expect you to do that. Because I don't know how your friendship fell out. I don't know what happened, but I just know that there was a lot of girls being catty with each other, like a lot of meanness, and then it was just like a ruckus, like it was crazy, and then everyone kind of realigned themselves with different people, and I just see like it just feels like ganging up, in my opinion, on Sharon at this point, and I understand there's hurt feelings from because there's a lot of people that feel hurt by things that were done, um, and aren't able to shake it off, like how I said, you make fun of me being a prostitute or something like that, like I just make videos of me, like I just okay, like I just see her as a person, just the person, and then I subtract the addiction out of it, and and only time will show if she, you know, stays clean and also is able to stay good friends. But a lot of times, I do agree with Sharon that she had a lot of people that would come at her because it got them clout. And so they would come at her. And so she'd clap back and she didn't start it. Now, it's not true that when she say she didn't start any of them. That is not true. But she didn't start a lot of them. A lot of them were started. Bobble started the worst one of all. And then there were tons of people that came at her, and so she'd clap back at them, and those were usually kind of funny because it was like, they set themselves up because you really can't, like, if you're not Sharon's smart, and if you're not like as like street savvy and smart as Sharon, you're gonna look like a fool. She can definitely make you look pretty stupid pretty fast. um but a true friend, if you were a true friend to her, I can understand it really really hurting you. um because I don't really remember you coming out with like why your friendship broke up. So I think it was a true friendship on your part that you didn't then bash her afterwards. You think less than more? Yeah. I don't know. I'm prone to think more than, but I'm going back like a ways maybe. Um Maybe more recently she's just been, I'm not really sure. I don't think I've watched like her more recent stuff. to see like what the fights were about or anything like that. But way back at the beginning, it was pretty bad going at her because she started out pretty calm um and kind and like hopeful and I don't know if she started the channel because she really wanted sobriety, but it definitely seemed that way, you know? Yeah, and that might just be her personality, Swiss Miss. It may be just it just comes out eventually once she gets her feelings hurt or something and you guys were friends and her feelings are hurt enough on something that she takes the wrong way or takes the way that she takes it, then she, can be mean. I mean, that's how it went with us because it was kind of over Bobbles, like she said, she didn't, but it was also the fact that I didn't feel like anyone had the right to tell me I couldn't be friends with, I had to just be friends with one person and not friends with Bobbles. I didn't see the really nasty stuff that she says I saw that Bobbles put up about her because I was never in the chats when she put up nasty stuff. But in her, if that's her memory, that's her memory. She's not lying. That's how she remembers it. But, like, I remember seeing, like, pictures of her zooming in on Sharon's crotch, which was, like, wrong, and doing stuff like that, but I wasn't, like, in the chat, like, laughing and goofing around when I'm friends with Sharon, it wasn't like that. It was like I was friends with Sharon, and then I'd go on Bobbles from time to time and chat with her when it was, like, a different topic, you know? Was there a time that Sharon came up and I was still in there? I'm sure there could have been, but I know there wasn't any, like really bad stuff or like crotch videos or whatever. Like Bobbles was pretty bad back then. I mean, she's, in my opinion, you and I disagree because you like her. I still think Bobbles is bad because of what she did, but I think she reformed and put a different side out, but I don't think she truly reformed. Just like how you're feeling like Sharon's not truly reformed. I think it's just like a difference of opinion and how we view the person. And what we've seen them do. And I don't know what your friendship was like or how close it was. It was, I think, really close. So you probably were a lot closer to her than I was. So there was more talking, and then there was more hurt, in the long run. I agree, Luna. I think so too. I think that's who she is. I think that's how she reacts to things. I was meant to say that. Didn't finish my sentence, but you finished it for me. Yes, you are, Swiss. I'm sure you do not have you guys with your body shaming. No body shaming of yourselves allowed in this room. Right, Molly? My dog says no women are allowed to body shame themselves. I mean, she definitely used her thinness against other girls, and I don't think that's nice. Um, but hey, Just Me Sunshine, welcome. Good to see you again. The clap back. Why not take the high road? No pun intended. And do better, be better. Yeah, I agree. Clapping back is not the right thing. You're right. You should definitely not the high road. Not take the high road, but take the high road. Oh, mine, Just Me Sunshine. Mine's been doing that more lately than ever. It's picking words for me. Like every word, it picks a different word. I'm like, ah, I'm done texting. Yeah, no, lashing out at friends is not cool. I don't think I've ever lashed out at a single friend. My friendships usually end over like jealousy or like um yeah, jealousy or moving away. Like I've lost a few friends because I moved away, far away, like not far, but an hour away from where I used to live. So I had some great married friends that had kids that weren't like into the whole competitive like, who's thinner, who's better, who's this. They were married with kids, and I would just go spend time with them. I had a lot of friends like that I've lost touch with, that I miss. But it was just too much to drive up there, like with having all my friends having kids with their schedules, and I should have, but I mean, I could reach out to them now and whatnot, but Oh, no, you weren't rude, Just Me Sunshine, not at all. Mm-mm. You can hop right in here and just jump right into the conversation. Doesn't matter to me. We were just sharing our opinions on, uh, well, sharing and our opinions on friendship in general, but sobriety and giving people a little bit of a break. My opinion was just giving people a little bit of a break and not uh using her as a topic to because it could hurt her is what I was thinking. Um, Even though I know she's hurt other people, but just because of the sobriety issue. Um, yeah, we definitely need people. A true friend does tell you when you're doing something wrong, or like Luna asked me the other day. I won't say what it was, but to do something, and I told her no because I really couldn't. I had to be what it was because I had to get it out. But like Luna's not afraid to tell me, um, and Diana's not afraid to talk to me about stuff. So they're my best online friends. That's why they're my mods. But yeah, friends will tell the other friend because they care. They don't want them to get hurt. Hey, Special Agent Joe. Oh, he's spinning the honey with skin pics soon. Swiss, like you do the thing I do, like the mystery of like what do they look? We know what they look like, but we want more. We want more pictures. I was incognito in the with the trailer because I was like I just wanted to be like just there's a woman that a girl a woman that I don't like to call myself a woman. It just sounds like woman like you're womanly. It just sounds weird. That helps other women out, and we don't really know who she is because she's not the channel. The channel is about the girls, the women. My mom must say, my mom, I picked up a lot of my mom's phrases, and my mom must have said that like growing up a lot. So, and not use the word woman very often because it just slips out. You'd be like, she's such a nice girl. Make a business out of it. Yeah. And heels for secular. I think he likes the toes, Swiss, because I didn't even know my toes were covered in that picture. I didn't even know because they're painted. They're painted for Valentine's Day, and I he put a comment, and secular rarely comments because he doesn't. I don't know. I think he thinks he can't really start with me. He likes to like kind of like push buttons and stuff, and he never really pushes buttons with me. So he doesn't really say much. So he said something about my feet, wanting to see my feet or something like that. I think he's all about the feet, definitely. Which is weird to me because I don't really. I mean, my feet are. I mean, I think my feet are attractive. I've always been told they were like attractive feet. They're not like. I guess some people have ugly feet. I've never really seen like really hideous feet or anything, unless you're like 90 and you have like bunions on them or something. But um, I do think that's kind of a weird turn on feet. But hey, I mean, to each his own. It's not the weirdest turn on. Oh, very true, Diana. Very true. Yeah, I like how you call him secular. That's all you want to talk about. That or politics and religion. Yeah, those are his topics. Sex, politics, and religion. Definitely. Jules, would you agree you two may not be the best for sobriety? Being removing people, places, and things is extremely important to accessible path. I do agree, Just Me Sunshine. But also, if you're referencing Sharon, I would say it would be hard for her to not come back because she doesn't have a lot of family because she lost her brother. She's lost a lot of friends, and then her mom's in the old folks home. I don't know what they call that now. They have a different name for it. Um, she doesn't have a lot of people, so this is her family, so that would be hard. But it's easy access to people that do enable. Um, the same thing for Maddie or anyone that gets money and is in the midst of it in any form of addiction, whether it's HF or anything, alcohol, uh, pills, benzos, Percocets, whatever. Um, you know, yeah, definitely agree with that. Just Me Sunshine. Yes, there are some really wonderful communities. I don't really watch tons of CWC anymore. I watch a lot of there's a couple channels. I won't say what they are because I don't want anyone to find me over there. But they basically are like a whole bunch of lawyers and just really like intelligent people that break down different current, crimes that have been committed that are going to trial. So I like to learn about that. I'll play that while I'm doing something like cleaning the kitchen or something. I'll just play one of those. 'Cause sometimes this stuff just gets really, really old, you know? Is TH the said new sponsor? Oh no. Diana, I 100% agree, but step one kindness doesn't take much effort. Yeah. Unless you're not feeling well. If you're not feeling well, I can tell in her voice that she doesn't seem to be feeling all that well. But that might just be my imagination. But it is easier to be kind than to be mean. It takes a lot more energy to be mean. I'll definitely panel up with you again, Swiss. Like I said, just my voice is not it's like scratchy and dry. And I had my points all in line, like with I was gonna play Teach's video and just like go through it and say like I agreed with her on a lot of the points, and then I don't no one really seemed to really want to hear like I guess like it or so I just stopped playing it. So I don't really have any more points to make. You got to get me on a day when I'm on a good debating day. Anyone who said to her leaving a week was just a week is a complete yeah, well, yeah, that she needed to stay the whole time, definitely, but yeah, I agree, Swiss, that leaving a week isn't good, but I also just feel like if she did go, she went and she stayed longer than last time, and it's a step in the right direction. And I do believe she at this point she's on Suboxone, and so she's on that, and she missed a week of good classes and learning. And she, anyone who's an addict needs that to learn how to stay sober. So yeah, a week is just saying a week, but that's Sharon's personality. She easily blows things off to try to deflect because that's just how she handles her life. That's how she has to handle her life as having been addicted and whatnot. So I think that's just my thoughts on that one. Taste their words before they spit them out. I think you and Luna got rid of most of them, Diana. Or they realized that we weren't playing anymore. Hey, Mr. Rourke. Is that the real Mr. Rourke? Holla. Well, if you said holla, it's Mr. Rourke. How are you? I think Mr. Rourke came to see Swiss Miss because I don't think you've ever been on my channel before. But I like your funny remarks about Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Thanks for poking fun at me, Mr. Rourke. I was referring to her, but returning to environments that enables is not a wise choice, right? It's really, really hard to go right back to the same place. Um, if I stayed where I was, living by myself, and being involved, at the time I was engaged to, it was a really nice guy, but it's a long, long story. Good looking, nice, but the family, so it's a long story I'm not going to go into. I would have stayed on Just Me Sunshine. I would have stayed down the same path I was on because that's when I started. Like I had never had, in my 20s, like I didn't have any issues or anything. It stopped the pain and it stopped the stress of the family, and I should have recognized, and I didn't have anyone close enough to me at the time to say, Jules, if it's that stressful, you can't live that life the rest of your life, so you need to get out of the relationship. But I have a hard time with that, like I have a hard time losing friends. I have a hard time losing like uh past relationships. Like it's hard for me. Like I'm if I were to call any of my exes up, we would still talk, but we don't. But I'd like to leave things on good terms. Is that the real Jules? Is it real Jules? That was funny, Mr. Rourke. Did you see arches in my feet, Mr. Rourke? When you said I did the funny stuff on the Tiny Butterfly Queen, that was a crazy channel. That was I had to take it down because it just brought back bad memories. That was a tough time for me for sure. Psychosis is not a fun time, and recovering from it is not a fun time. But thank you for that compliment, Mr. Rourke. Oh, it's okay, Luna. No problem. You've been in more than out today. I'm taking everything I can get from you, Luna. I'm like, yay, I got my Luna. I know she's so busy. Just me, Sunshine, or Dinah says, no Swiss, you have to want to. And then Sunshine says, I agree 100%, Diana. I also think an addiction has developed to YouTube and the drama. Oh, definitely. YouTube can become addictive. Checking your phone, wanting to be online all the time, getting the attention, getting the numbers, yeah, you have to be careful because um, some people can handle it, and some people can't. Some people get addicted to it and just cannot get away from it. For a while, I think that was Bob's problem. And then she finally crashed and she had to take time off. And she says that, she's taking time off or whatever. She has to do that. I'm currently addicted to not wanting to go live. I don't like trolls. I don't like confrontation, not to me, but like fighting amongst trolls, and I don't like fighting in general. So if it's a controversial topic, then yeah, and it always ends up being. Even though I didn't think it was. I thought it was like nice because I thought TH's video was really nice. I was like, it's a good, it's just a good video to play and chat with a couple people, but it wasn't. It still turned out, it still always brings out drama to a point. You have to build your channel up so that you have your core people, and then you just chat about what you always chat about every day, like we used to do back a long time ago. Oh, nice. You get to work at your own pace. A smoother pace. I like alone time too, Luna. Oh, thanks, Luna. Yeah, are they collaborating? I didn't know they were collaborating, but if they're collaborating, I don't know. I hope TH can help Sharon, But thank you for saying this is a nice conversation. There she is. There's Sharon. Jules, would it be wise to stay the last week in a place with drugs and people? No, I agree. But that wasn't the question. It was just the last week. But I understand your reasoning for there being drugs. That would not be a good reason to stay. I mean, that would be a reason to leave. Buck says confrontation. Then why do you have instigators in your chat who blatantly lie? Buck, I don't think I have any instigators at the moment that are blatant liars. You say goodbye, I say hello. Oh, sorry, I was gonna put that one up. So you're telling, wait, are you telling me goodbye, Sharon? Because I agreed with Sunshine that I thought a week you should stay a week. Obviously, any program, we should stay a week. I wasn't referencing that you should have stayed a week, but I also agree with you. I can agree with one person and I can agree with another that if there's drugs that are being brought in and you're gonna relapse, that you should not stay around the drugs. Hate on haters, but I won't be in my lives. I don't know what that means, Jaren. Is that the real Sharon? I think it is. Thank you for the $100 cash app. I'm not sure who gave her $100 cash app. Mr. Work, did you give Sharon a $100 cash app? Sharon, this was a pro Sharon live. Why are you turning it into an anti Sharon live? I don't understand. I'm confused and bewildered. I just saw a funny vid. A guy gets asked about Nikki H from South Carolina. He says his wife went to school with her and that Nikki should have got up to get a job and worked. It might have been a funny vid, Mr. Work, but it's not a funny story because I can't understand it. But I can tease you back because you're always teasing me. No, Buck, I didn't give anyone $100 for dope. I don't know who you are, Buck Thomas, but you have a very nice profile picture. Very good looking. Good choice. Correct me if I'm wrong, Swiss, but it can be frustrating and maybe disappointing as well to those who wanted success for her regardless of current or past friendships. I think her past friendship are frustrated. I mean, Sharon can speak here, I guess, also for herself too, but I think um I think there's just too many of them doing too much right now at her is what my point from the beginning was more like, Sharon's gonna live her life, kind of let Sharon live her life, and the past hurts hurt, but they've healed over time, the friendships that broke up, and being Sharon being a topic all the time of topic, I think will get to you when you're trying to be sober. That that's what I just try to put myself in other people's shoes and feel like what it would feel like for me. And I know that like if I had come back on here after like my ordeal, which isn't the same, but it's still like a trauma in your life, I would, or not a trauma because hers isn't a trauma, but a huge change and adjustment. That's a better way of explaining it. I would, if people were all the channels were talking about how I talked stupid and about, Jerusalem and I'm pregnant with Nitty's baby and I don't remember what else, or, sharing videos of me that I would have not been able to handle it because it was so fresh. But, obviously now it's not a problem, but it would have been really hard. That was really just my only, I guess, goal to get across today. That was the point to this live. You're welcome, Sharon. Special Agent Joe says, SB, go get a freaking job. All you do is look for handouts. Really, you should be canceled. Well, you first have to have time, so a good amount of time sober before you can get a job. What was your name again? Special Agent Joe. I would think you need to really acclimate yourself first. Hopefully she got that dose straightened out. Yeah, yeah, I hope so, Sharon. I think Sharon did. The worst part about anything that's self-destructive that is so intimate, you become so close with your addictions and illnesses that leaving them behind is like killing the part of yourself. Yes, exactly, Diana. It is. It's like losing a part of yourself. Losing an addiction is like losing a part of yourself. Molly, are you gonna keep wiggling around down there? You keep wiggling? You can sit on my lap, but you can't sit and wiggle. No wiggling allowed. That taught you how to survive. Yeah, because it is that is you it's basically your survival. That's how you're surviving that day to day. If you want to be back up on my lap in 2 minutes, I'm gonna get you. She likes hop down and then want to be back up in like 2 minutes. I agree. Sobriety should be above YouTube. Just me, sunshine. I could not recite the 12 steps to you. I yeah, I never did them. I just like I said earlier in there, I just cold turkey and I just didn't look back. I saw where my life was gonna head, like what I was gonna like be when I was like an older woman, and I was like, like I have to change. And and I can't even understand that how long some people's addictions are years and years and years. Mine wasn't that long, but it was rough. I'll tell you that much. It was rough. If I don't acknowledge your messages, guys, it's just because I don't want us to get in the middle of a fight. I just let you guys talk it out. So I'm just skipping over them. That's why. By far the most accurate description of how deeply addiction resides in those who suffer it. Exactly, Diana. You are so wise. You want to go do laundry, Mr. Work? Are you making fun of me when I did the laundry? I don't know why. It's actually right now. It's sitting right there. My that thing that I hung the laundry on, the big thing was what I used to. I would wash all the clothes and hang them. I mean, it was like so much work, and so that's why I got that. But then I just use it now for our laundry. Like, but that's pretty funny because I would like always film the laundry, and I don't know why I was talking about the laundry. I don't know what I was talking about. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But you liked it, Mr. Work. You're the only person that's ever told me that you really liked that work that I did on that channel. So, so thanks for that. At least someone got some pleasure out of it. Like I said, I'm just skipping over stuff. I'll put it up there, but I don't want to like read it or I don't want to. It's more personal between the two of them. Oh, you are doing laundry, Mr. Work? Nice. It's not really nice here. It's chilly and not that nice. That's good, Sharon. Then I believe you, Mr. Work. You're smoking some weed and doing some laundry. Wait, I thought you guys were getting along there for a second. I was like, oh, good, they're getting along. February 1st now. Tidy whities. Are they tidy whities at work? What do you wear? Boxers? What are the other ones? They're like boxers and but they're tight. They're the best ones. I forget what they're called. Oh, I'm bad. Thank you for keeping helping me up. I do have chickens and I will these girls can type, man. Woo. 1 second, I'll catch up. And yes, I have chickens. I'll tell you about them. Jasmine Sunshine says, SV, you are right. It is not anyone's but your sobriety journey. Do you realize how much support you would get? Yeah, I did tell her, Sharon, if she came on and stop, like just didn't mind letting people see her, just come on and talk about her, you know, day to day and show herself and be her fun self that she always like used to be. Mr. Work hangs them up for you, Swiss. Mhm. Oh, Diana. No, because you talking about how did I know that you liked it? You said it in a chat. I know. like there's some people I like their comments, so I zero in on their comments. So I zero in on your comments a lot. And you wrote in a comment that you liked that was some of my best material was my tiny butterfly queen. So I was like, that was funny. And you're usually just making fun of me, so I thought that was probably genuine. They're not thongs, Mr. Bork. If they are, that's gross. That's just really gross. Guys that wear thongs. Even like guys that wear bikini underwear is pretty gross too. I'm definitely. I was engaged to a guy who wore them, and I did. No, they're not my thing. They just look too much like women's underwear to me. I like boxer. Oh, boxer briefs. Yeah, I like boxer briefs. I think they're the most manly looking ones. I'm just gonna have to skip over a lot of this. Cella. Just me, sunshine. Respectfully, I wish anyone who truly is on the path of sobriety nothing but success. Remember, that is how your channel started. Yes, absolutely. Dancing is exhausting with your pole. Are you cleaning that pole on a regular basis? Are you wiping it down with the Clorox wipes? You did have toilet paper stuck to your heel? Yeah. Well, hopefully you're gonna get there Swiss soon so you can get the stickers. Yes, exactly, Just Me Sunshine. Success is definitely the best revenge. Buck, that's not nice. You don't know. I mean, Swiss has a good job, definitely. I know because I know what when I when I resigned, because I was never fired. When I resigned, I was making very good money. So I'm sure it's even better now because that's been a couple years. Absolute germaphobe. Butt floss, yeah. Mr. Work wears butt floss. No, don't put that mental image in my head. Whenever I see Mr. Work, I just picture his picture, so that's in my head. I don't need to picture that head him wearing butt floss underwear. Nah, I never was Swiss. I never was a stripper. No. I got asked to be, but I never was. I'm too shy. I actually got asked twice to be a stripper, but I'm too shy. That's like something like really like great to like brag about. I was asked twice to be a stripper. Not good on your resume. Yep, good money. Very good money. My ex had a close friend. She was just a friend. It sounds really strange, and you'd be like, Jules, you were so naive. But he had a stripper friend, but she was pretty, but she wasn't his type. You know, she was like taller than him, and she was really, really built, like amazing, like but super tall, and just like he went for like what I look like as opposed to like her look. So they were still friends after we got together. My last fiance, and this is just a story to break the whatever up. Um, and she would buy him, so she had just like boxes of cash under her bed, he would say, and he had some of the nicest clothes that she would just buy him like whatever he wanted, like she'd take him shopping. So I don't know, they got along. He basically well, he was a really into huge bodybuilder, so he would bodybuild, train her, and so then that's why she would, and then they were just close as friends, so it didn't bother me. Yeah. She never bought me anything though. I think there was a little jealousy because I think she did like him. I think she knew he was a good guy and she wanted to date him, but it just never happened over the years. Then I came along and then but she did pay for a couple really expensive dinners. One second, I gotta shut my window. It's really loud. She took us out to fancy restaurants a couple times, so I can't say anything bad about her. I wear boxer briefs, but now that I know you live long enough, no, you're not. You better not be. I'm just wrong because you keep saying that. It's gonna get stuck in my head. Jules and TH and Luna is being doxxed, right? Called for sharing. So just me, sunshine. I absolutely do not support doxing Swiss Miss. No, no. There's a lot of people in our community that people are friends with that have doxed. It was a couple years ago. It was like nonstop. People were getting doxed. People were doxing me, telling me they were going to burn my house down. It was bad. Sharon, she doesn't mean she's no man's fantasy just because she got dumped once by a guy that she really liked. That's a low blow. I gotta give you that. That's a low blow, Sharon. Hopefully Swiss knows that's not true. Are you? I don't know that she's doxing. Are you doxing someone, Sharon? Oh, he supports boxing. Mr. Work supports boxing. That's a good answer. Hi, Jennifer W. You're always in the bushes. Nice. It's the safest place to be most of the time. Diana. I'm just letting them just they were close friends. I'm just letting them duke it out for a little while. You had 3 deer. I thought you said you had 3 beers. And see where my mind goes. 3 beers, a huge raccoon, and a possum in my backyard last night. That's awesome. That's a lot of different animals. And yeah, real quick, Mr. Work, I do have chickens, and they started laying. They just started laying like 2 weeks ago, and I have over 100 eggs, maybe 120 eggs back there. But I had to go to the hospital because I'll just say it, my blood pressure is really low, so I had to go to the hospital and get fluids, and I have to collect them. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna take a long time to wash, like 120. By the time I get to them tomorrow, probably 140 eggs, and put them out to sell them at the road stand. Look on her page. Okay, I'll look on her page. Yeah, I mean, definitely Sharon has I mean, I don't want to body shame Maddie, but definitely has a nicer body than Maddie. But Maddie doesn't have a body. Maddie doesn't eat at all. Poor thing. I mean, I feel horrible. And I think Sharon has a pretty body. I mean, none of our bodies are perfect, but so I'll look into it, but I don't know. I can't say one way or the other. I don't wanna get in the middle of the fight, you know? But I mean, I know doxing is not a fight. Doxing's wrong, but yeah. I'll check. I think looked at Sharon's community page this morning. I didn't see anything, but I didn't go down too far. I think I clicked on it. I try to keep up with you guys and see what you're up to, like, in the morning and click and see like what's going on. You'll pay 509. You're upping it by $9. Where'd you get the $9 concept, Swiss Miss? $509. Because isn't it 500 up to 500 right now for uh oh, what is her name? Always forget her name. She and Munchie are gonna pay for SGs to come down. All right, Sharon. It was good to see you. Hopefully you got to listen to some of it. And I hope that you and Swiss could maybe reconcile a little bit, but I don't think so. At least not this week or this month. I don't know what a Phoenix rooster is, but we do have two roosters on accident. It was to be all female, but oh, they drive me crazy. They go off at like three in the morning, and we have about 40 chickens, 40, 50 chickens, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Work, they got a little swollen just for a little while. Sharon told me her feet got fat. It's Sharon V, yeah, but I don't believe she's lying, but we all, have different opinions. Mom, your door's unlocked again. He's watching out for you, Diana. 12 hours of dancing. That's cute, Diana. I don't know what that was the answer to. I must have said something. 7 feet long? The males, the roosters? Wow. The male birds seem to always be prettier ones because they have to like I think that's how they attract the females. You guys are like a divorced couple, you two. That's what you are. And you're both strong-willed, hard-headed, opinionated women, which I liked when you guys were friends. Swiss, don't call her. Oh my goodness. Shut it, Jen. That's what Sharon says. Shut it, Jen. Well, Swiss, I have to say, Bobbles doxed Sharon, I think, and Bobbles doxed a lot of people. And I know your viewpoint of that was in the past, and Bobbles has changed. But for some of us that have known Bobbles for a long time, we're really not fond of things that she's done because they were really bad. So I'm not saying, tit for tat or anything like that. Like, well, then don't say what you're saying. But I'm just saying, like, I feel very strongly, and it's hard for me to see people like think that Bobbles is like this sweet, innocent, kind, person to other people when she's done some pretty nasty stuff. And then New Year's what she did, and people keep just excusing it, and I don't understand it. So I hope that Sharon's not doxing anyone right now, and if she was going to, hopefully she won't do it now, but I would hope that she wasn't going to do that. But I don't know what else to say, Swiss. I just you guys are just oil and water at this point, so you know Yeah, Chella. Yeah. I mean, if that's what I said earlier. I said, if in a month it comes out that she's not sober and she starts showing signs of it, because I mean, I heard people say she was slurring, but she wasn't slurring at all, in my opinion. That was just my opinion. There was no slurring going on. Um, if she does start to act different and she's using, but I just think that people, then I wouldn't do the live I'm doing today. I wouldn't do it. I'm doing the live today, like I said, because I feel like people could give her a chance to not nitpick her like they did with Maddie. Like Maddie got nitpicked, and Maddie was a little different though, because Maddie just didn't even look at it. I just told Sharon, just don't look at it and just do your lives and be yourself and be your best like life. Don't look at it and move forward with your sobriety. That's the best you can. That's the best I thought advice I could give some, someone that we once, we're friends, close friends, I thought. So, if she did, then she does, and I'm not gonna cry over it. I mean, she did a little thing where she was gonna play my live and like critique it and whatnot, and then she just said she didn't like, and that was just recent, like last week, and then she didn't do it. She didn't feel into it, and I said thanks. So I mean, we're not like she's not she doesn't want to be my best friend or anything like that. We're not collaborating or anything. I'm just trying to stand up for her because I feel that she needs to be given a little bit of a chance for right now and during stressful time. And like I said, if you guys if you prove her wrong, but the best, like someone said, the best revenge is success. 100%. So Jules can stop being naive. I know Swiss thinks I'm so naive because I'm friends with certain people. I'll check it out, Swiss. I'll definitely check it out. I'm not ignoring your comments. Well, guys, I think we're getting to the end of the conversation. I'll give it another couple minutes, but I think we're definitely getting to the end of the conversation. I want Sharon to come up on the panel, or I want to go on Sharon's panel and then she can talk, and then she knows she has someone that's like, calm with her, and then she can discuss things. But maybe that will happen, maybe not. We'll see. Hey, Marcy Darcy, how are you, girl? Oh, she did Docs was his job? Wait. Sharon, why did you dox it? Is it still up? Is the address still up? All right, Marcy Darcy, thanks. No, you're not blocked, Miss Passion. You're fine. How are you? She was probably mad, Swiss, that you guys she felt being ganged up on. And I'm not excusing the doxing, but she was probably mad at the ganging up and bullying. So that's probably why she did it. I didn't know she would do that. I mean, if someone feels like that something's wrong, that they can always call and they can report it themselves, and that's between them. But I don't ever agree with putting someone's address out there, for anyone and everyone to like call the because you know how many trolls there are and how many people. But there aren't a lot of people that dislike you, but there could be a lot of people that could do it just out of spite, and that's not cool. I'm not cool with that, Sharon, but I don't I do believe that if Marcy Darcy, I'm not saying I didn't believe you, Swiss, and I'm not mad at Sharon. I can understand why Swiss would be mad at Sharon over it. Mr. Rourke, how do you report someone for doxing? I don't even know how to report somebody for doxing. But I mean, she definitely learned it from Bobbles. I'll tell you that much. Bobbles is the queen of doxing, queen of it. What's that? It's a crazy schizo stalking my sister on here. Yeah, it's not me, Miss Passion. I think she thinks I'm stalking her or something. I didn't even know your sister was. I don't know, Mrs. Smith. I don't know where she's living. I mean, obviously she's trying to hide where she's living, you know. She doesn't want people like calling the cops because people would call the cops to her house. They would because I mean, she was on a live just before she went to rehab and she had to get off the live because someone was knocking on the door. Um, so there was the police. So people do call and they would definitely do it now, especially since there's like so many channels talking about her, you know. Miss Passion, I have a box cutter. Are you referencing back when she mailed that? Do you have that good of a memory? Or are you referencing something else? When she sent the bleach. That was really nice of you, Miss Passion, because it was cheaper where you were. It was super expensive up here for the pool. Oh, for another Jules. There's no. I was like, I'm not. Juju's my nickname though. Jules and Juju and Juicer and I got all kinds. Sharon is so mean. Also, the whole pug roast thing and the I don't that I just heard that. That was not nice, Sharon. The joke about the pug. Yeah, I kind of when I heard that I was like I really think she is sober because I think she's like even angrier, a little angrier and mad, mad right now and frustrated, which I could imagine would you'd feel like if you go from using to not using. But yeah, the pug, that was not cool. But I never heard it. I just heard people say she said it. So I was like, well, I have to look into that to see if that's exactly how it went down, if that's what was said. I didn't hear it said, you know? But and I'm not excusing that the dogs are precious, absolutely the most precious things ever. Um, Bobbles treated her like shit, and you guys weren't around most of you. I think Marcy was, for a very long time, and I think that she just has anger and she lashes out, and she definitely would lash out about that, But that's not something to lash out about. Pick something else, not puppies, not your dogs. And then and the nudes, and I do believe that she was genuine. I do believe she was genuine. I think she took it back because she was mad, but I do think she was genuine because when Sharon's ever like apologized or been kind to me, she is genuine. She doesn't go back on it. She's really genuine. She just, I'm not making excuses for addicts, but it's really tough. It's tough to be in an addiction. Okay, I'm going. Okay, Mercy Darcy, thank you for your addition. Well, we can start back, Miss Passion. I'm never against starting fresh and trying to be friends at all. Not at all. There was misunderstandings and you probably thought I didn't like you or I was upset at you and then you probably got your feelings hurt and it just went, south. So it's no big deal. Marcy, would you eat Swiss's cooking? I know I think I would eat Marcy's cooking. I know you're not asking me just because I think I heard Marcy cooks, but I don't know about if Swiss likes to cook. Does Swiss like to cook? I think she's gone. Oh, was she talking to Mr. Rourke? I thought she was talking to me. I was like, okay, Miss Passion, and she's talking to Mr. Rourke. I agree, Jennifer, that Sharon, but we all have a lot to work on. We all do, and I agree that she does have things she's got to work on. I'm sure she's fully aware of them. Well, I think she is fully aware of them. I don't disagree with your comments. I just feel like she's getting too much negative comments from so many people that it's not going to help her in any way to stay sober. Or as you guys think, not sober, but you know what I mean. I believe she is. Wouldn't meetings help her with how to handle such issues during her sobriety journey? Yeah, I think she said earlier she doesn't like meetings to Swiss Miss, but I would agree. I wouldn't like meetings myself because you're just around a lot of other addicts who tell their stories. But if she's doing the online like an intensive online program, which or like an intensive like small group program, that I think that would be the best thing is like an intensive small group program where just a few people in there and you don't have to just like because to be honest, the meetings are the place where people sell drugs. They go there and then they sell drugs afterwards. So people go to the meetings and then they go get their fix. So it's also not a good place to be. No, she didn't, Mr. Rourke. You're the funniest. No way. She did not get beat up by Craig Gray. Remember when they were going at it though for a long time, Mr. Rourke? Wow, that was a long, long fight. The Cray Cray Miss Passion fight went on for quite a while. Back and forth, back and forth. Yes, absolutely, JMS. Not engaging. And that's for everybody. Like, if you have triggers, like, and you don't have an addiction, and you have triggers, like, in your family of people that stress you out and, like, make you don't feel good, that then you just don't, you limit your, if you can't fully eliminate the family members, but you just limit the amount that you have time with them because they trigger you to be stressed out and, like, feel like, yeah, bad the next day after, like, a family outing or, like, a family get together, like Thanksgiving or something, you know? Sometimes we tend to just engage with people because we feel like we have to be nice, but yeah, it's definitely would bring back, yeah, bring back the everything. It would bring back the drive to use and all that. It's still going on? I didn't know that. I didn't know you still made videos on Cray Cray. Oh, I don't know what the box cutter reference is, Mr. Hork. You don't like Mr. Rourke? Is he making fun of you and I'm posting that and he's making fun of you? I didn't know that. Why do you guys have a beef? I didn't think Mr. Rourke beefed with anybody. I thought it was just he liked to entertain people. That's okay, Marcy, no problem. Yeah, if you saw the docs and it's there, then she did it, you know? Yeah. I don't know, yeah, why she would put it there for other people to see, and I don't agree with it. I did look, like I said, I did look this morning on her page, but I'm not Sharon's advocate. I'm not like she didn't ask me to and I'm not, you know, there to like tell her what to do. She's a grown woman, you know, she makes her choices. I just gave her the advice to go back on camera and to be herself and to keep with her sobriety. And I felt there were just too many channels and too many people ganging up on her. But um a lot of people have their emotions and their feelings, and then to Doc's not Sunshine, sorry, to Doc's Swiss Misses, I always want to say Sunshine's stuff isn't cool because you're not supposed to put people's addresses out. But uh, Sharon's had hers put out a lot, so she probably didn't think much of it. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that's probably where her mindset was coming from. Yeah, I didn't see one either, but I don't think Marcy would lie. Marcy and I didn't get along before, but we made up, and I don't know why there was even any issue between us, but then we made up, so everything was fine. So I don't know. And she was very cordial, and everything was cool. Can someone explain to me this before we leave? Get off this chat. Can someone explain to me what this box cutter is? What Miss Passion? What is he referencing when he calls a box cutter? What is that meant to be used for? Is anyone gonna tell me the story before I get off live? Oh, she's not sure it is. But you don't get along? You two don't get along? I don't think Mr. Work will explain. I was more hopeful that I would get it from you, Miss Passion. You'd be more likely to explain it. I don't think he will. He'll give us a funny answer, and it won't make. Miss Passion was attacked by a man. Oh, he did explain. You did write a longer sentence instead of just joking around. Jules Miss Passion was attacked by a man with a box cutter. Was that true? Mr. Work has a weird sense of humor. You do. I like to hear about it. No, I wasn't. Oh man, you do. I thought it had to be something because whenever he makes jokes about me, they're always about something that actually did happen. They hurt my feelings a little bit, Mr. Work, just a little bit. I'm like slightly offended. I'm like, ouch, that hurt. I thought he thought I was like really nice and he said I was pretty and he's been nice to me and now he's making fun of me. Oh man. And then I get my feelings hurt and then I cry. You don't know the impact your mean comments have on me. Yeah, he's silly. Butcher knife. Swiss, I'll look into it, okay? I'm not ignoring you. What time was it done, do you know? And is it still up? He likes to hear about my stabbing because he's sick, sick, sick in my Tiffany M voice. I bet you could. You should do a parody. She did a parody on you, Miss Passion. You should do a parody on her. Do her voice. One time I had it playing. I had like live playing like this was years ago, and Tiffany M was on there, and Joe was like, "Who is that with the sex?" Wait 1 second. I just gotta stop.
It's time to count the 100 eggs.
He keeps adding on there. That's my echo. He's reminding me to count the eggs. So he's sitting like on the other side of the couch, and he was like, "Who is that with a phone operator voice?" Oh, I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh yeah, it kind of does sound like a sex phone operator voice." I can't do one. I couldn't do. I couldn't do that. I mean, I'm laughing. About to start laughing, just trying to see if I can mimic one. I can't do it. She talks like this, and like, I know I can't do it. I tried. Three dot harass, 3 dot community page. Once I'm done, I will definitely go over there. Swiss. Yeah, I think we're all different, Miss Smith. I don't know. I'm holding on to hope that she is sober, and I'm holding on to and I'm gonna stand up as long as I can for someone until I know any different. So, but Sharon has her own personality, and when she gets frustrated, she acts out in different ways, than perhaps you would or I would. Thank you, Just Me Sunshine. I don't think, Swiss Miss, I don't think that someone in trying to get better would do it. I agree with that. But that's not making videos on all yours today. Yeah, make them for all of us, Miss Passion. And I like your hair. I saw one of your videos. It looks really cute. I know you were trying to get it thicker. It looked thicker to me. Not that it needed to be thick or anything, but you were saying you were using some kind of a long time ago, some kind of serum you were trying and whatever, but it looked good. It's because I don't really think, I guess I don't really see it as like supporting. It was just a point I wanted to make, like just like how I felt for Maddie. I'm not like it's not really that I'm even on the fence. It's because I'm not really on the fence. It's hard to explain. She says she's sober. She's shown some things that to me seem as if she is, and then there are some things that are iffy. But I kind of want to. I'm not on the fence. I just kind of want to wait it out, and I want her to have the best possible chance without a lot of channels like ganging. They don't maybe mean to be ganging up on her, but it does come off as ganging up on because it's so many more against one that if she's in that sobriety stage, beginning sobriety stage, I wanted to just make like a service announcement, like maybe lay off of her for a while because give her a chance to try to do this the best way she can. And like obviously her reaction isn't what we would think would be the right reaction, but um so that's my answer is I don't think you can really peg me as like um supporting that behavior because because I care for her and want her to have the best opportunity to stay sober, does that make sense? Why is she more special than everyone else? She's been doing this for years. No, she's not. She's definitely not more special. Nobody is. Everyone's the same equal specialness in my opinion. Support people who actually want to recover, not just to make a judge happy. That's the bike I gave her. No, I don't think she has that one anymore. I don't think so. I think that the older gentleman bought her one. All right, Miss Passion. Hopefully, I'll see some good videos from you, Mr. Rourke. That bush can't walk straight. She had 7 chances the last 5 years she needed. Has it been 5 years already? I thought it was like 4 at the most. Really? 5 years? Wow, time flies. She needs more support. She needs mental help because she's a mean person who's known the rest of the traditional society. I think she can be mean, yes, Mrs. Smith, but I think we all can be mean. I definitely think she's become meaner on YouTube because a lot of stuff happened to her and then she reacted in it. And YouTube's not really a good influence. It changes people. It can really change people a lot, especially like what crowd you get mixed up with, who you hang with. And you might think it's a good crowd and it's, it, it's just a way of like it's like group think. Everyone has this group think and I just don't agree with it because everyone has to be individuals and think on their own, but people have to fit into a group have to have this group think. And um I think she got pulled into that a little bit having her channel. Everyone was it was like, team sharing or not team sharing, but that's what happens on YouTube. That's just the way it rolls usually. Once the channel starts getting bigger, it's if I see someone over on another channel, then you're out, and then it becomes kind of like, you know, uh, the person gets mad, like Sharon would get mad that someone's on another channel, but it's understandable because you think they're your friends and then they're somewhere else. So I'm not stating any actual facts that I know of anything because I'm not there and I'm not there to monitor her sobriety. I'm supporting, just hoping that she can stay sober and that she is sober. um and I care for her as a person because I care for most everybody in this world as a person. Most everybody as a person. There's a few out there that I could do without, but when was she tweaking like Maddie? Paige owes her money. Who? Nobody owes me money. You're silly. Jules, she went after people first. Let's be for real. You joking? Mrs. Smith, I know I don't totally agree. She did go after me sometimes first, sometimes. Always. No, I no. She did go after me sometimes, but I saw people go after her first. I really did. I saw tons of people go after her first for clout. It was a lot. But she has the personality to take it, to like handle it, but hey, Tier 5, you came into a shit show. How are you? Do you have the new Tier 5? Do you have the new channel? Her new channel? You know who I'm talking about? I just don't want to say it on here. So I just found it out today. I asked Yaxley. and I got it so I can go over there. And I'm gonna watch one when I get off here. I missed one of her lives. I don't know, Miss Smith. I like you're making valid points here and everything, but I don't know. She might not have been. She might have, just developed with addiction. It's a way to survive, and just like if you're in jail, it's a way to survive to get like tougher. You toughen up when you're in jail, or you toughen up when you're an addict. You have to. It's just natural. Like I don't know if you guys know the Charlie Adelson case, but if anyone does know the Charlie Adelson case, he was a periodontist, like a millionaire, and he was just convicted of having his brother-in-law killed. He didn't kill him, but he hired hitmen, and literally like he was put in jail when after he got convicted. Well, he'd been in jail and he looked fine, like he was soft still, like his face and everything seemed soft. He got convicted, and within like weeks there was a new mugshot, and his face had already hardened up because now it was like this is life. He got sentenced to life. But that's how quickly like just stress and um having to like toughen up for can do to you. Oh, just in this community tier 5, it's we have one woman who's in recovery, and then but there's been some times where she's not always told the truth, so everyone's kind of, in my opinion, ganging up a little on her to say she's not sober now, when I was just trying to this live was just trying to encourage people to like kind of lay off like attacking quite so much, so that she would get the best chance, because she's been an addict for like 25-30 years. So but it didn't go very well. It went off the rails, as I should have known. And I've been on now for almost 3 hours, so I better get off in like 4 minutes. So you missed the I don't know if you'd find it interesting because you don't know the characters, and yeah. But I appreciate every time you just pop in to say hi. Okay, cool. You're on there. Awesome. Yay. I'll see you in there. We know what's going on over in that pocket of the world. I understand, Miss Smith. You're right. People do get by without excuses and free money from people online. I do. I just don't understand the obsession with wanting to know all of her business. Um, and why, I think she should be left some of her privacy given back. Although you could say, well, she put it out there, therefore she doesn't have right to privacy. I've never really agreed with that on anybody. So, but yeah. Well, I don't know yeah, I understand. But I don't know how much she calls her mom. All right, you guys, I better call it quits. You guys are both really nice to talk to at the end. Thank you for like your nice comments, and I will talk to the rest of you guys later when I come back on again, I guess. I'm not sure when. And yep, I'll try to listen to all your opinions best I could. I've never heard her attack children. Animals, I just did hear about the pug thing. Yeah, I did hear the pug thing. Now, Bobbles and SG children, yeah. But I would have to be directed to where she did the children thing. I don't know. I don't remember that at all. But yeah. Bye, tier 5. All right, bye, Miss Smith, and bye, tier 5. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? All right. Bye. Thanks for coming in.